see. Do that. Blah blah is working.
Do introductions. No, I'm just
It's lazy for that. All right, let's see.
Last time on
Dragon
whatever
Ball.
this is.
Our Will of the Elements episode. Actually, we're on episode 9 or 10, I think. 9. No, sorry.
Feels like it should be closer to 8.
8, right? It's 8. Right, 8 is correct. Yep. So, but
Yeah, because you have seven on the thing.
Yeah. So last time on episode 7 of Will of the Elements, our heroes in quotes, like, let's see, what did we guys do last time? Okay, last time you all, the party, you did the ice arena fight, and you ended up becoming victorious over the ice champions, Avala, Ordrin, and the mage guy. I don't remember his name right now. Basically, it was, and you guys ended up beating the fight in a pretty good amount of time, because otherwise, if you take too long, those ice sculptures that were there essentially as you're doing the fight, there were ice statues essentially that were breaking, and they were taking and they're breaking down every single round essentially, and then when they released the monster within, and you guys were able to defeat the fight before essentially the monsters were all released. One of them was released in the middle, but otherwise the rest of them were not, and it's a good thing, because otherwise you would have been in some trouble, because you didn't know, but like I told you before, that one of the creatures, the mage guy, he specifically had a he was a warlock of the Jinn, and I don't know if you know about warlocks of the Jinn. They have a special ability where they can suck people into like their object and like use it as like a hiding place essentially temporarily. So they could have sucked in his allies and friends like in there and like hid there for a bit.
And just waited out until
basically
we were
turned us into
dead.
a Pokemon.
yeah. Well, no, not you guys, but hid themselves.
Not us. He would have basically popped his people into the portable thing, and because they weren't defeated, the only thing left on the field would have been us and the monsters.
Right.
Yeah, so basically it was like kind of a timer on the fight. But you guys didn't really know, but you guys didn't need to. You're fine.
We geeked the mage. It wasn't an issue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was crossed there. He was crossed. So yeah, you were able to defeat them in time before problems happened, and it went pretty well. Otherwise, during the fight, Krivdar did his normal prayer stuff, as he likes to do in a lot of fights, and he was ended up being answered by someone, a strange being that seemed to help actually, and gave a equivalent of a greater potion of healing during the fight to, I think, Ekris, I believe. So. And so he told...
nothing bad will happen at all.
No, of course not. Creatures that answer your call for prayers are always perfect and never have problems. But he did talk to Krivdar and tell him to meet him, I think. Meet them, I think, yeah. But he doesn't know how he's going to... They didn't actually give much more information about how. So we'll see. Otherwise, you guys talked to Origin about the bounty on his head. You actually fessed up and said, "Hey, there's a bounty on your head, just so you know." And so
I didn't say I took the bounty. I said I know.
Yeah, you just know there's that's right. Yeah, so and he
and I offered to help get it off of him by either. I suggested the fake head thing. It was like, why not just use my brother's body? It's like, he suggested I use his brother's body.
Yeah.
It's already been left out in the wild anyway to be eaten.
Yeah, you guys actually went back for it, because you actually went picked it. So, yeah. I mean, the fake head would, I think, probably would have worked too, but this is probably more, and I guess more morbid, still.
Well, also less deception checks have to be made.
That's true.
It's like, I'm using an actual corpse that he is blood related. He looks very similar.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
and we got the scarf thing that he specifically had, or we had a copy of it. Because his was like specially magical, and we used, I believe, it was Krivdar's paint to create the scarf, and then like imbue a little bit of magic into it, and voila.
Exactly. He did. Yes, he did. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the people in the ice plane of ice have a weird, kind of odd relationship with death. So that's one of the reasons why they're just kind of odd about this stuff in general. Or it's why they're okay with people dying as much, and people dying, and also just in general, like more like people guys had proposed in the first place was like, okay, just throw my body out and let my body get eaten by the animals, and I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Which to be fair, we were only gone like maybe a 1 or 2 days since he died, and then the tournament ends or something like that, or the fight ends. Like, one, he wasn't out there long enough to decompose. Plus, it's an ice world, so it's like there's no bacteria to decompose.
Yes,
that's why the animals would take care of it instead. So
And we killed half the animals on our way there. So.
Yeah. Or we basically gave off the impression.
Ran a lot too.
Yeah, you ran from the bears, but otherwise you didn't do that much fighting on the way there. You guys fought up here at the temple itself when they ran in after you for some reason.
Yeah.
They were attacking you, but well, they were ordered by the witch, the creature, the hag. Yeah. But for the most part,
gave us the only trouble in that entire fight.
Yeah.
Well, it gave me trouble anyway. I almost died.
Yeah, I mean there is 5 of you, so they have to do a lot of damage. Otherwise, it's gonna be like, oh, I do 5 damage to you, and like, okay, cool. So if they don't do a lot of damage, they're gonna be kind of too weak. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that's everything that happened last week.
And we put the body in the ice cream shop / morgue.
Sure.
There's a little bit extra you're forgetting. We had the after battle feast with the people of the Ice Tribe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And she, I think it was Ebola, hit on Gordon, but she did it by dropping soup on him repeatedly.
Well, that was the day before.
Oh yeah, that was
the coming of age.
Yeah, that was session 6.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Never mind.
Session 7 was just session we spent the entire time busy fighting. It was a long fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
basically and it's like we got the congratulations, we did the little chat about the body, we got it back, and then we just left.
Yeah, it was a very long fight.
I think as soon as we got the body and we wrapped it up, we just teleported back.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in going back there when we can teleport anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So like I said, like once you get Ken back in, aka Chris, we can recon a couple things that might have happened before you left. You guys you can react to them. Otherwise, we'll just continue as you were. So yes, you guys are back at Sigil. You a nice long rest, and you have your body in the morgue, aka ice cream place. What would you like to do?
I would like to have some ice cream.
God.
I already just thought of a flavor for it. It's like ghoulish delight.
Yes.
So the dead corpse in the freezer.
Yeah, just scoop around them. That's all. Just scoop around them.
No, it's self-serve sauce.
There you go. So,
Whoever then.
So should we wait to deliver this dead body to the body people, or should we just go ahead and get it over with?
It's definitely a thing we shouldn't wait too long for, but considering Ekrust seems to be enjoying his siesta, we should probably do like some personal shopping first.
Okay. Don't know what I need.
So, Vaden, is...
Go ahead.
Is there a area of Sigil where we could find like possibly magical armor or shields?
So there was the Great Bazaar. That was in the northwest corner.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of shops there. You talked to a few merchants last time. There was Rosa, who gave the bracer of defense to Ekrist. There was Rosa was more on the side of like armors, and there was Roger, who sold more weapons, and then there was Ligus, who was like a tabaxi merchant who had like was kind of shifty and like stuff in his coats, and he bought a bunch of like stuff from like big potions or like
the animal fluids.
And the fluids, yes, to do whatever you to make it kind of so you with your chemical powers essentially.
Yep.
So
would that place also sell like raw components like steel or mithril or things of that nature? In case we just decide to go magical crafting.
From what you saw in his coat when he flashed you, like there was a bunch of stuff that seemed like magical components. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well, not actually flashed. Just open up. He's wearing clothes. He's a fancy.
He's a totally not perverted merchant. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
Where's your pants?
The pants cost extra.
Yes.
The pants are cursed.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why my window capture is not working for my cam, but whatever, it's fine. It's not important.
Actually, I realize that if we are like, even though it's not part of like the artificers thing, I don't really think trying to like enchant. Like, could an artificer like actually make a permanent enchantment item? Because I know I can infuse things that's like pseudo enchanted, but could I learn how like permanently enchant something?
Yeah, I would say so, because like especially now that you're like 8th level, you're pretty experienced. Like maybe if you were early on, you might have trouble making a permanent item, but at this point you're experienced enough. Plus you've actually already done stuff. You've already transferred, enchantments to other stuff.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have,
that's like transferring an enchantment versus actually creating the enchantment.
It would take more time than the other ones you did. Like instead of being like a day or something, it would take like over the course of like a few days or a week or something, depending on how complicated it is or more. But but yeah, you could do it. I think you think you're confident at this point. You're good.
I think I would probably go looking for crafting tools and materials, like especially like books on like maybe a beginner's level kind of like enchantment.
Enchantment
text.
for Dummies, Volume 1.
Basically, yeah. Like I'm good at the blacksmithing side, but if like actually infusing magic permanently into stuff like basically runecraft or something like that, like maybe find a merchant who can sell me texts and materials to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So the general idea I've got is I want to get a replacement / upgrade for my shield, but you're really good at blacksmithing. We've got like a bucket load of magic users, and we've got the cash to buy components. I figure combining those three together, and we enhance you 12 ways to Sunday when you're doing the actual crafting, and there's a pretty decent chance this will work out decently.
Oh yeah.
Guidance.
Yep, enhanceability.
Which also, if eventually because I can't right now, but eventually I want to try and invest in a homunculus servant. But the way its description is like it's like a tiny little robot buddy kind of thing. I want to try to make something close to Dodie, like from Critical Role, but maybe not quite that. But
Sure.
Some kind of like almost Iron Man armor homunculus kind of thing.
So it probably
a little goal.
We're eventually going to want to go extreme because once the tournament's done and stuff like that, we can move on to other things. And it's like, let's see what else we can get into. What trouble can we start?
Sure. All right. Sounds good.
He serves ice cream, right?
For another day.
Yeah, there's definitely ice cream available if you're interested, Renan.
No, I meant the homunculus. You'll serve it for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When he's not in combat, he's basically slinging ice cream. Oh God! I could basically make a Five Nights at Freddy's robot.
Yeah,
capture people and put them inside. And it's like if they can't get out, they're basically gonna die.
Oh my gosh!
And then they can serve ice cream afterwards.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait,
I could basically make circus babies.
You just have to turn them into ice cream, and then you got your ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, it gets even worse because Gord's a chef, so I can start the pizza parlor bit of it.
I mean, they could either be like it basically turns into like a pizza oven that like captures the person, turns them into a pizza.
God,
it's like got a weird like a polymorph enchantment spell that just turns them into food.
Yeah, you get some really odd pepperoni there.
Right?
Look, we got from a farm upstate. Don't ask too many questions.
Out.
We'll give you a 10% discount.
Sure.
Right? Oh God, we could go like super evil eventually. Basically, make our own Five Nights at Freddy's capture robots.
We're the super villains of the food industry.
Yeah, wasn't there that movie with like the meatloaf or something with what's his name? Pirates of the Caribbean guy. Sweeney Todd, right?
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically turning people into meat pies. Like he kills them as his barber shop, and there's like a little chute that goes down, and then Mrs. Lovett makes them into meat pies.
There you go.
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
We could basically be that. It's like just like somebody comes into like as a repair shop kind of thing, and it's like, oh look, they died, or they came in for ice cream, and it's like, oh, we just turn them into food for the next business.
What? No, we only do that for the people that can't pay their tab.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know why my screen took forever to finally work, but all right, cool. All right.
What do you mean you don't have your wallet?
You don't have a head.
Does anybody have?
Well, we've got
like
a very
charm...
generous deferment plan.
Mage hand their wallet out of their pocket.
Exactly.
Too bad like Vortex Warp only does it on creatures instead of objects, because I could basically just like teleport shit out. Oh well.
So you guys are gonna go shopping?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, Yeah, who'd be the ones to like sell me the enchantment components and stuff like that?
From what Gordon said, basically it'd probably be like a Ligus, so you can go to the Great Bazaar and talk to the fancy guy, see if he has components.
Components, and see if we can get like a group discount.
Also,
or a bulk purchase, yeah.
Also, as you guys wake up and you get your ice cream, Crypto hears a message in his head. It's a familiar sound. It sounds like the person to talk to you before that you prayed to. And they're like, Krivdar, hello.
Hi, do you want some ice cream?
I would love some, but I cannot come there. Do you mind visiting me?
I do mind. I'm kind of busy right now eating ice cream.
Oh, I have an item for you.
Is it anything but ice cream?
It is not ice cream.
What is your angle, sir?
Well, I helped you. Can you help me?
Okay, I'm not doing any butt stuff, but I can definitely help you.
No, what? No. This is about an entanglement I have. I would like to make a sort of pact with you.
I'm not really into bondage, dude.
No, no. You seem to be jumping to conclusions quite quickly.
Am I?
Yes, this
An
is
entanglement.
Okay. Well, let me be clear. I would like to give an item to you, place it in. If I gave you this item, you would essentially be my eyes and ears outside the Feywild.
I'm gonna have to pass on that. This sounds like a Cthulhu kind of thing.
No, I'm not possessing you. I'm just taking. Well, I can
That was
explain
a weird way
to
to phrase that.
God,
How much does the rest of us see of Cryptar apparently?
Yeah,
like,
I was asking about that.
Well,
I was eating ice cream too.
He would be the type that would be like responding out loud his part of it, but because it's a psychic connection, we don't hear the second part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Because all we're hearing is like butt stuff and bond.
I'm just staring wildly into Krivdarn's acting.
Because he would be the type of person who would leave his door open and be like, we're all leaning out of our own rooms like,
like, well, it's up to you, Kurt. How vocal are you? How much talking in your head? How much versus how much talking out loud?
Well, I think it's only appropriate that they do hear me, they just don't hear the other part.
Okay.
Because he's talking directly to me.
So yeah, you hear Kurt talking about sexual activity for some reason. You're confused to himself, apparently.
You all right, Krivdar? We're hearing something about butt stuff. Do you need a cream? What?
Yeah, there's some sort of person talking into my head, asking to make some sort of pact, and I'm like, I'm not really into that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You need to be very careful about who you make friends with. I know you're a friendly sort, but that can lead you into trouble.
Duly noted. And then I'm gonna put on my headphones and then listen to that song. Running up that hill.
So are you trying to block him out or block the creature out? Are you talking
Pretty
to him?
much, yeah.
Okay. They continue to talk to you for a bit, but then I guess they notice you're not responding back anymore. Like, oh well, I guess this legendary item will have to go to someone else. Good luck. That's that.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna be like, definitely not praying to that guy anymore.
All right.
Weirdly enough, it's like the minute he says like legendary item, it's like, wait, no, it's an archfey. There's always strings attached. It's probably a good idea. You are who you are.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I also like to picture what is going on. We hear the noise from Cryptar's ice cream shop. First, Renan peeks his head around the corner. Then Gordon peeks his head around the corner. Then Risk peeks his head around the corner. Then Gordon's Faye peeks his head around the corner. We're all just like, what are you up to?
They're all one on top of each other, right?
Yeah. So it's like they're popping out like a totem pole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like the Brady Bunch, like, kind of it's like, it's like, you good, man?
Butt stuff, huh?
Yeah, no, this weird
I'm
stuff.
not judging, but it's like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets the shits, he's got lots of cold cream to put on it.
I do.
Yeah. I guess Rocky Road would be good for that kind of stuff, wouldn't it?
Hi-yo.
All right. Okay, that's that at least. Okay, so what do you guys gonna go to the
For
bazaar?
now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
So
it'd be
Gordon's going to be looking for a couple of things. First off is a shield that doesn't look like a pot lid, because the rest of his group has occasionally given him shit for it. So he'd like to get something more adventure-y and less excursion from the kitchen looking.
All right.
I mean, you
So
can always
far-
ask me to make you one.
For me personally, I'm just gonna stay back and write my book.
Okay, so you'll stay back, and so it's gonna be the three of you going with yourselves to. Is Cryptor coming, or just two of you?
I wasn't planning on going, but if you want me to go, I will.
I mean, also,
do you need stuff is kind of the bigger question.
So-
Cryptar.
I
and
can't.
also, are we like gonna
and-
just wait until basically outside of thing? Are we waiting until Icarus gets back before we give the bounty thing?
I think so.
It's up to you guys. You don't have to if you don't want to, but stuff will happen. But it's up to you. It's only another hour or so. So, actually, another hour. So it's up to you if you guys want to wait from that.
Also, by the way, regarding back to my book, if you guys see the title right now, it's titled "Big Trouble in Little Plains."
I mean, you're not wrong. Although, who's
But-
Kurt Russell in this whole scenario? Probably all the random people we help that it's like I'm just trying to do a job,
Yeah.
and we keep fucking up their jobs.
We're the big trouble in Little Plains.
Pretty much. It's like I'm just trying to help save my town from a vampire lord. It's like, yeah, but that vampire lord wants you caught, so.
And more importantly, he's paying top dollar for it.
Yeah, but I have a conscience. Which eventually I'm going to be like, you know what? Bill's got to be paid.
Yep.
A temporary conscience.
I mean, that's always the Geralt conundrum in The Witcher.
It's like I'm finding that this little cricket, in my head is like being a very big inconvenience to me.
Just put him in a jar.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go shopping then for stuff.
Sure. So yeah, you're back in Sigil, so you can talk
now,
to.
Gordon, do you want me to build you a shield, or are you just going to find one and then, just
Preferably, if it works better for the enchanting process, we build it, but I haven't done enchanting on a standard basis
really,
before.
enchanting is just basically taking the magical effect and putting it onto an object, so I could basically just... Although, true, if it's done during the forging process, it's probably...
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking
to
it
work
might
out.
have a better impact.
But I'm not that experienced with it, so it might not be as effective of an enchantment as... I mean, if you're just looking for, maybe just a +1 to the AC, I could probably pull that off. But if you're, wanting some major effect, a super-duper special item kind of thing, not yet.
Well, the thing I was thinking of is we picked up some of that, or you picked up some of that ice sheaf back when we were in the elemental plane of ice. I was thinking of finding a way to apply that to a shield, so when I block with it, maybe it freezes the enemy back, or it does some damage in return, something along those lines.
Yeah, it'd probably be the front part, so it's when you're holding it, it's not affecting you.
Yeah.
Or just put a leather thing over it, so it's the metal part's covered in the ice sheath, and then we just do a layer of leather, so you're protected on one side. Either way.
Yeah, don't want to get frozen to my own shield.
Also, you could do probably shield surfing with it if it's a nice thing.
Ooh. That
I
could
mean,
be
it's
fun.
the icy part, it's just basically tilt it up and just do Legend of Zelda ice, shield surfing kind of thing.
There you go,
If you want to get around, on a battlefield quicker than your movement speed allows.
Or
Yeah,
so,
that definitely seems viable. What sort of minerals do you think would work best for making that type of shield? Should we be looking for mithril? Should we be looking for standard steel? Should we be looking for adamantine?
Well, so the goal is to make the shield so it can be sturdy enough so you can ride on it essentially.
Yeah. So
Possibly. Basically, the main thing is I want to try and see if we could get a shield with the ice sheaf stuff applied to the outer side.
Sure.
Possibly riding it would be like a cool side thing, but that's like the main thing is
that's just like a cool little
survivability.
That's like a flavor effect almost really. But as far as like in battle, if you're going to be using it, like are you just wanting like maybe like a block effect on like certain things
like
the ice
right?
I'm like fire effect.
Basically
you hold it up
looking for something that when the difference of having the shield is enough to keep them from hitting me, they suffer a negative effect. So like I've got like 16 AC without the shield. With the shield, I've currently got 18. So if they hit like a 17 or an 18, they suffer a negative drawback because they're hitting specifically the shield.
Sure, that's possible. It seems like it's going to be pretty.
Basically, like if they succeed on hitting, they get a negative effect.
Yeah.
If they don't succeed, it's like you just don't get hit.
Yeah, if they swing like really low and it just bounces off my armor, fine. If they swing low enough to hit me, I get hit. But I'm just interested in something in that like middle zone in between.
Okay, I mean you can try something like that. That's pretty in a niche case because it's pretty uncommon to hit in those exact like 2 value of AC, like that zone. But like if you want to, you can try something like that. Also, since you're in a market, there'll be other stuff there. Other magic shields, and you guys do have money now. So you guys, I don't know how much money you have exactly, but you guys have earned a bunch of money recently. So
we get a pretty significant chunk.
I mean, I think we all split it up amongst ourselves, but I have like 220 platinum and 26 gold. And like platinum's like what, 10 gold a piece?
Yes.
Yeah. We get
I've got slightly more than that, but not by much. So
yeah, so it's like I have like 2,200 worth of gold basically.
Yeah.
Oh, we could definitely get some spiffy material if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you
we also want to invest in like some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like probably at least some potions, like some.
Yeah, because I think we've got like one potion per person at the moment, which is totally fine. But
I just checked my thing. I have 2 regular potions of healing, which is good in a pinch, but not great if you're wanting to like buff yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe at least look for a greater potion of healing or something like that if we can.
Mm-hmm. Or possibly potions that would do like some sort of amplification thing.
Yeah. Some buffs and stuff like that.
Just to mention, like in general, for most places in Indie or most campaigns in general, like most places and most cities aren't going to have like too much of the options for magic items because there's just not a lot of places that have like rare stuff. It's expensive as hell, and there's not a huge people who can afford it.
It's your like your basic, low level, maybe mid tier stuff, but not like the high end.
Yeah. But you are in Sigil, which is a city meant for like basically like a melting pot or like essentially or like a area for like that encounters people from all sorts of dimensions and planes. So there's much more variety here, but there's still you probably won't see the highest stuff here still, but you'll still see like better quality stuff here. You'll see in the most cities, and there might be ways to find even better stuff, but like it probably won't be like out in the open, like the Bazaar itself. It'll be somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's either we have to like find some like back alley or back room kind of stuff, or somebody who's like really good at custom work, like custom orders.
Ooh, essentially, yeah, one of those two, yeah. So
or figure it out with your party blacksmith, basically.
Yep.
And pray my dice rolls are good and you give me the right amount of buffs.
Sure.
I mean, we've got enough buffs to definitely pull you through anything but like consistent nat ones.
Also, my like smithing tinker tools is like a plus 10 right now. So
nice.
So based on my intelligence, so it's like I can't go until my like proficiency bonus gets a boost. I'm not because basically I have like the headband of intelligence, so I am permanently locked at 19. I'm not going to get a +5 ever, unless I somehow can boost my intelligence outside of the ability score improvement.
Yeah, it's very hard to do that. The only way I know about doing that besides like the headband and relics is like basically there's like I think they can get like a tome. There's like special tomes that are like, super expensive that like give you +2 to your stat, but it's like
but they take like a week to read or something like that.
Yeah, and they're super expensive and rare, and it's like they're.
Well, unless we get like a, we look out and you have like a dice roll item drop kind of thing. It's like it's not gonna happen very often, if ever.
Pretty much.
Or we find some, magical wizard who's very, very good at, warping, your biology to that point.
Now probably come with some issues.
Unexpected
Major
consequences.
Yeah. Absolutely. Major consequences, some downsides to that kind of thing. It's like, yes, your intelligence is great, but your mind is literally swelled to the size of a Volkswagen bus,
like Mega
and
Man.
your body can't move.
Yes.
Don't get Justice Smith on the phone.
So yeah, Van. Basically, we're heading off towards the market. We're keeping an eye out for like specialty shops, but in general, we're browsing for like materials to do the smithing, or like the he mentioned earlier, the like enchanting for dummies Volume 1 booklet.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So
just sort of like stuff to make crafting easier or more effective.
And also now I'm kind of thinking, because I have the iron band of binding that little ball that basically just turns into a giant net entanglement thing. Maybe find a way to launch it, because otherwise I just have to throw it at somebody, and my strength skill is garbage.
You're not the only one. Everyone's in this team. This whole team's here late.
It says make
I
a
think
range
Cryptar's
attack
the only
roll.
one with a actual plus in strength. Everybody else is flat or below.
It does let me use my dex, or it says make a range attack roll with an attack bonus equal to your dex and proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So it's basically a +6, but I prefer to use like maybe a launcher or something like that to maybe give it a little extra boost.
Yeah, because usually when you're throwing stuff, you can't throw it past 30 feet unless it's special.
Yeah, and I have a 8 for strength, so
yeah,
I'm very good in all
it
those.
still says I can throw using dex and proficiency, but it's like I want to give myself as much of a boost as I can.
Sure.
Like maybe make a medieval fantasy version of a rail gun. Or at the very least a really weird like slingshot crossbow kind of thing.
Oh no, we've got to get the t-shirt launchers that they use at like events and stuff.
Basically a potato gun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility. That's basically a steampunk potato gun kind of thing.
Gotta get the monocle for the potato.
Oh God, I could probably like partner with you. Is like get some really weird, funky, magical potatoes. And so like when they launch them, they turn like potato monsters or something like that.
I mean, I do have that sentient plant juice.
Oh God, you do. Do like the awakening spell. It's like I'm alive. Wait, what are you putting? No.
Yeah. This is how monsters are born. Like mimics.
This is how people came up with owlbears.
Yes. Next big monster deed is gonna be the potato man. Potato head.
Right behind me. Little owlbear thing.
Yes, I see it. Yeah.
It's a baby owlbear.
It kind of reminds
the
me
little
of
fishes in its mouth.
Character from Animal Crossing, even though it's an owlbear. The owl.
Yeah. Well, it's a baby one, and it comes like a little bow tie. It was like a Kickstarter thing. So this company was like going to run that kind of thing, and it's got a little magnet, in, like both the fish and like the little beak, so it can hold the fish there. It's adorable. Oh yeah, so it's like we're basically gonna find crafting material for your shield, me for the spell components for like enchanting as well, and the potato gun.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking probably like some weird like steam boiler, like pressurized launcher potato gun thing.
Okay.
Oh, so any metal pipes and other stuff.
All right. So they said the person you want to talk to most first initially probably be Lycus, because he seemed to be the most oriented toward like miscellaneous stuff. And then basically, if you want weapons, you talk to Roger, and then Rosa would be the armor stuff, so shields and stuff like that too. So if you want a shield from like maybe Rosa, and then like materials from Lycus, or Lycus can probably either if it doesn't have it, they can point you to the right person. But yeah.
So armor, I think we'll just buy like the raw materials from them to like get started on the shield, and I'll just craft it myself so I can like work the enchantment since I have the ice sheath stuff anyway.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Sure. So so you're gonna go to Roger first.
Be less expensive that way anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, the guy you mentioned initially that has lots of just like off the wall stuff.
Yeah. probably like the magical materials.
Oh, Ligas. Okay, yeah.
Ligas, yeah.
Ligas, yeah.
All right, so so you go as you're going to Ligas, you see a bunch of people selling all sorts of wares as usual. Like the market's bustling as normal. It's pretty much kind of at this point like a little more like early afternoon, essentially, early afternoon or after morning, essentially. So probably like 10 o'clock ish. So you guys have plenty of stuff to like. There's tons of people selling wares and all sorts of stuff. You'll see a bunch of stuff, interesting stuff on the way there, like just and one thing is, of course, about this place is again, it's a place where people from all sorts of dimensions come. So you'll see all sorts of creatures haggling over all sorts of items, everything from like weapons and swords and like plates of armor, leather, to other items in general, like pouches or belts and stuff like that. To, like places that sell like fashionable stuff, like more like like just like robes and stuff like that, or other like the equivalent of a hoodie, essentially, in the like what else? And then also and then the people selling those are like a alchemical shop, essentially, like apothecary, essentially selling potions. But then then you make it to.
We did want to check to get some potions at the tail end as well.
Also, I'm gonna look for. This is gonna be just a basic thing, like basically a sack equivalent to the size of the bag of holding I have, because eventually I'm going to want to learn how to make one permanently, so I can take that off of my infusion list. Okay. So I can save that up for something else.
Sure. Also,
which will probably still take a while, because that's going to take a while to learn how to make a dimensional space inside of a smaller space.
Sure. Not like the easiest thing to learn yet.
Yeah.
Also, Risk. How good are you at persuading people?
Persuasion.
Sorry if I just
great. +1. Yeah, charisma is not my strong. I mean, I got 13, but it's not my strong suit for persuasion.
Oh, okay.
It's more like looking at somebody like telling me stuff I can figure out if they're lying to me or something like that. But if I want to convince them to do something, not really.
Gotcha. Because I can enhance ability before we start shopping to at least make sure we can get some reasonable deals.
What's your charisma at?
Exactly the same as yours.
13.
Well, it's 12, but it's still the +1. So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not trained in persuasion or deception. So.
Yes, neither am I.
The highest person in your team in charisma is Crypto, actually.
I was about to say, yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah.
I mean. Wait, Crypto, did you say you wanted to come with us on this thing? I can't remember.
I said I didn't want to come. That's what I was
okay, then you are going to be the one helping us negotiate.
Good.
You're going to be our front man.
No problem.
Have mercy upon us.
Someone, right?
Have fun, guys.
Yeah. So once we
are going to use your chaotic nature to our benefit.
Or so you think?
To the team's benefit.
Yes, to the team's benefit. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So Goran will tap you with enhance ability, Kribdar. You have advantage on all of your. Let me double check precisely.
I think it's the Fox's cunning or something like that. It's called, or
I think it's
something different.
No, because Fox is intelligence.
The eagle.
It's Eagle Splendor.
Oh, that's weird. Or I thought it was like an owl to be for intelligence, but anyway, there's
owl is wisdom, but yeah.
Oh, that's
I guess.
Anyway, basically the animal equivalent for charisma.
Sure.
So when you roll for like a persuasion check, you're going to be able to roll with advantage. So you can roll twice and take.
So I don't roll
take
charisma then?
What's that?
I don't roll charisma then?
Oh, you do.
Oh, you will. Basically, what he did was give you the ability to roll with advantage.
Gotcha.
So you can.
I basically just hit you with the swag glitter dust, and now you're just like Mr. Charming.
Yeah.
You can still fuck it up, but you're much more charming than you would normally be.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like me every day.
Okay.
Anyway, here we go.
Okay, so
we're not there yet. We're basically we're gonna get the components first.
Got a 22.
Yeah. Well, we gotta talk to the person first, Crypto.
Yeah, not yet. We're basically saying this is what you're gonna help us do once.
Well, it was preemptive rolls of 22, so I automatically succeed.
Hey, you rolled a natural 20 and you just wasted it on a test run. This is awesome.
Again, preemptive roll.
And that wasn't even with advantage. That was just a preemptive roll just to get things going.
Okay, it's got to get like trains going.
Yeah. Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
No.
Yeah, so Vane will hit the potion shop last just to see how much money we've got left over, because the primary thing is getting like the crafting material and the enchanting.
Okay, so so basically in general, like I said, the Great Bazaar has a lot of places there, and it's a lot of shops. There's also like a kind of like almost like an equivalent of like farmers market, where people sell artisanal or other handcrafted stuff, But like that's special days, but that's not today. But like in general, like So today you'll find an apothecary. It looks like it's a pretty simple. It's fairly simple, like apothecary. It doesn't nothing too crazy. It just looks like a standard shop with like a potion sign there. A bunch of potions like different kinds.
We're saving potions last.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you apothecary at the end? Okay.
Yeah, because we want to make sure we've got money for the other stuff, and then we buy potions.
Potions are below on the to-do list.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you go to Ligas first. Go to Ligas.
Yeah.
And say hi to them.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you doing? I've met you guys before.
Yes, indeed. We bought wonderful items from you.
Yes, repeat customers. I always appreciate it. So, what are you here for? Anything particular? Or you want to see the wares?
We'd like to see the wares, but in particular, we're looking for metals and Goran will double check with Risk. Possibly wood for the framing for the shield.
Yes, we're trying to make a shield, so we're looking for some materials to craft it.
Ah, okay.
And we're looking for some kind of like specialized materials, not just your basics metals.
You're looking for like high end or like just unusual?
Things that would bond well with magic.
Yes.
So mithril, if you happen to have it, but I know that's hard to come by. So.
Yes, it is. Let me check. So you see him take his coat off for a second and like turn it around and flip it around, and now it's a different coat. So basically his coat was like a black coat before, now it's like a white coat, and he looks inside of it. Yes, there's materials here. Okay, I have some mithril. I have some like other more rare materials like adamantium. I have some like not materials normally used for crafting, but like gemstones or something, if you wish that. So you wish the mithril? How much mithril would you like?
Yes, we're interested in the mithril. First question is, how much do you have? Because with crafting, you'll probably always be a little bit of excess beyond the standard used.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair though, considering you're a smaller stature of a person, you wouldn't need nearly as much as like a full-size person shield. Like
Yeah, it's still pot-lid size shield, but something that doesn't actually look like
probably,
pot-lid.
Yeah, like just show them like what you're working with and like how much material you probably need to like be that equivalent of the size.
Okay, so size-wise, you're making like this equivalent of like a buckler, like a small shield, not like a giant tower shield.
It would be a buckler for other people, but for Gordon, because Gordon's a halfling. I'm 3 feet tall, so I only need because like normally for a standard human that's between 5 and 6 feet, you want a shield that's at least 2 feet across, or at least 2 feet up and down. Because Gordon's basically half the size, he only needs like a 1 foot tall shield.
Yeah, so basically become a buckler for you. Yeah, your buckler. So
yeah,
a halfling buckler size shield. Okay. Yeah, 1 foot. That is okay. That's not too much. I may have enough just for you. Okay. Let me check. He looks through his little jacket. He just rustles a bit. Hear a bunch of weird sounds coming out of it. Some like sounds that sound like almost like just like lots of metallic sounds. Also some chimes and other like odd. I don't know. It almost sounds like some kind of music played a bit to some extent as well. And then he takes out some mithril, equivalent of like a foot and a half essentially of mithril. It's like okay. And then we just in the pockets. Pockets seemed like there's no way you can fit like one. Like in 1.5 feet of mithril in like one pocket, but like
it's multiple bags of holding.
It's basically something like equivalent. Like, looks like some kind of weird like cloak of with like multiple bags of holding essentially. In each pocket, it seems to be his own bag of holding almost, or at least wide enough that it can hold more space than it seems. So, yeah, he takes it out and then like, okay, I have some mithril for you. Now let's see.
I immediately clock this thing. It's like just like mentally taking notes in silence. Like you could do that. And also, and also mentally in my mind, it's like, God, that's going to be so expensive to make.
Yeah. How much would a pound be in terms of a foot? That's a lot of feet, a lot of pounds, right, for a foot? Because Mithril's fairly heavy, I think. Mithril very light, actually.
No, Mithril is supposed to be lighter. Yeah,
Mithril very light. So obviously,
it's light, but like very durable.
Yeah. Okay,
Like
we'll say you can get like a foot would be like maybe, I don't know, like 5 pounds something of Mithril, or 4 pounds of Mithril.
Oh, okay.
And okay.
So probably bump it up to 5 if he has it.
Just in case he needs extra for the crafting, because you don't want to get like just exactly how much you need and find out that we couldn't finish this edge of the shield because this bit was like wasted. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, wow, that's expensive. Oh, a million different things. Okay, that's
find out what 5 pounds of Mithril will be worth, and then figure out how much can we manage with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, really.
Yeah, because I want to blow like the entire group's funds just on the shield for me, kind of thing.
Right.
Plus, we still got to make that potato gun.
Well, you can make it with Mithril, but yeah. Hopefully not.
Well, maybe not with Mithril. I don't need to make a potato gun with Mithril. That would be funny as hell, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay. It's
like that one's just going to serve a function. Like that's not going to be like a fancy thing. It's just going to serve a function of launching a magical item farther.
All right. Well, the one I found, we'll go with this. It seems okay. So 1 pound will be. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, whatever. So you want 4 pounds? 4 pounds of that. That'd be. Yeah, that'd be a lot. Basically, it'd be the equivalent of like 400 mithril, or sorry, 400 plat. So it's like sorry, it's 100 plat per pound.
How much gold?
So
just to give it the number of how much gold.
Like 1,000 gold per
1,000 gold
per pound, which is crazy. Trying to think, because that's fortunately seems like it's
okay. So what will be like the next step down from Mithril then?
Or could we do like half Mithril, half steel? Do like a outlook.
Negotiate
basically a Captain America shield. It's like mix of vibranium, titan, or like adamantium.
Also,
kind of thing.
The Mithril part you're only using the Mithril for some of the materials just to make the shield. You're not making it all Mithril, right? Like you're not making a Mithril shield. You're making a
no. It's almost gonna be like I bet we could probably do like what they usually do is like a wooden shield, but like a metal
with
coating.
a metal coating. Yeah.
Yeah. If you see a little bit, you lost it. You probably need like I'd say honestly like half pound essentially of just to spread it around essentially. So.
And that's probably gonna be like the part that would hold the ice sheath.
Because it's really for enchantment, right?
Yeah.
It's not really for the other.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe like half a pound almost.
Yeah.
Let's get 1 pound just in case to cover over any excess used in the crafting.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So.
So if we're going a pound, then it's 1,000 gold. You said.
Yeah.
100 platinum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put in 50. You put in 50.
No. I'll cover this because this is my shield, and you need to save up for the Enchanting for Dummies book.
That's fine.
Is there anything else that we want to purchase from our wonderful friend here?
I'd probably just ask us do you have any do you sell textbooks like like magical crafting textbooks?
You want the book? Okay, you want to read? That seems a little unusual, but for my people to sell it by here, but I can do something like that.
I'm asking. Well, since I'm talking with you, I'm just asking. Do you sell that? If not, do you know who would?
I have some books, but not probably like a huge library or anything. I know, but Scott holds a lot of stuff, but it's not like a hold. It can contain too many books. They're kind of big, and they don't really. I can't really hold that many. I can probably send someone else who has books. So if you wish, I know lots of people.
So who would sell that kind of stuff around here?
Okay, you can go to you know where Raja and Rosa are, the armor and the armor and the armor smith essentially.
Yep, we've met them before.
Okay, so go past them. He's just pointing in a lot of directions and just mumbling to himself and not talking very clearly. But but you get the gist. Essentially, it basically tells you there's a place past them, like on the way here, and it's a place it's basically like equivalent of like a library. It's not like a massive library, but like it's a pretty fairly good library that sells like magic books and stuff like that. It's just like, Arthur's arcane library of like. That's basically it. Just Arthur's arcane library. So.
I heard Miss Necromancer works there.
Yeah, there's a lady who works there. She likes to talk shit. But she reads fancy books and she has very knowledgeable, so very sassy.
Yes.
Those are always the best kind.
Yes.
Is there anything else that the group wants from our wonderful merchant here, so maybe we could get a discount?
Trying to make the potato gum, but it's like, what would I probably need? Just basically, I would, if I'm going to make something like that, I would need like at least something, basic metal to like, make the pipe for it, something to help make the mechanism to launch it, also something to make the pressure to launch it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, let me know. I don't know exactly what materials you would need for it. I don't know much about gun object.
I don't either. I'm just kind of like trying to think of like what probably would be the equivalent of that.
Sure.
The main thing is you need metal that you can use to make piping. It seems like.
Yeah.
So probably just like.
Well, I already have like just basic forging materials already from before. I just basically bought a bunch of like basic metals, probably like copper, steel, iron, things like that. Just not a whole lot, but just enough to like make any kind of basic crafting. I think what we would need to buy right now is just wood for the shield, which.
Okay.
And I do have wood carving tools and stuff like that, so I could basically mix that with tinkers or smith tools or whatever you need for that. So I basically have the tools to make stuff. I just need the materials.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We'll buy I guess probably like 2 feet of wood because you have to curve around the frame for the shield.
Yeah. Well, probably a little more than that, but yeah, anyway.
Okay.
Probably like at least 4 feet of wood.
All right.
Because, shaving off and then bend and warp, yeah.
Mm.
Plus, you could always use some more wood for anything else.
Yeah, it's always handy to have extra crafting materials around.
Yeah. Like, look to our merchant friends, like, do you sell wood?
Back to Legacy, okay.
But keep your pants on. Yes.
Yes. Not that wood. The stuff made from trees.
Okay, he's like, he's confused initially by your question. He's like, okay, I sell wood. Yeah, I can sell some wood. Not very like large amounts again, because I have so much room in my pockets, even for me. So, I mean, there's like
looking maybe for like 2 or 3 feet, maybe 4 feet worth of wood. Do you have anything like that?
Let me check. Takes his looks in his pockets again. Checks his pocket that you didn't see initially. It was like in the back. He has like reaches right around behind him, and like, you find him back pocket, and he pulling out this like long, like essentially a plank of wood, and it's pretty big. It ends up being like 2 by 8 essentially plank of wood, and this looks very nice. It looks like a cherry wood, a very like reddish colored, and looks very has nice knots on it, but very like it looks like it's very well cleaned and like shaved and all that stuff. So it's already been ready. So he's like, okay, he thinks this giant like 2 by 8 thing is bigger than him. It's like, he's okay. This is what this do.
I probably.
If we could get 2 of those in a smaller size, yes, because we need to curve it around the structure.
Well, I can just give it to you. You can cut it, right? I don't really do services like
custom fitting.
Yeah,
Gordon will check with Risk because woodworking is not really his forte.
Yeah, it's like what.
It's not Home Depot.
I could do like a.
It's a guy in a trench coat.
Like, what kind of check would this be? Like, would I be able to turn? Like, would this be enough for what I want?
I mean, if you're just cutting in half, or something like that, or cutting it into, sections, it's easy. They require very little. You basically don't need a check even. You just need to, do it. Basically, it really doesn't take much skill.
Like,
okay.
Okay.
Like, it's not like especially hardwood, crazy wood.
As far as like me being a craftsman type of person, like, would I know like this is probably more than enough material to do a shield for somebody of his size?
Yeah, definitely more. If you have plenty left over too, so you can do that stuff with it if you want.
Okay. All right, then I'll basically say just put it in the bag, my little tiny bag of holding or something like that. Like and how much?
All right.
Yes. What is the price?
This is not too expensive. This is vastly cheaper than the other one. Like Mithril is extremely expensive. I'm surprised you wanted that such a high end material, but this was just some wood. It's a nice wood. It's very pretty. I'm not gonna say it's super cheap or anything, but it's only like 10 gold.
So okay.
It's yes, a lot cheaper.
Gordon will pay for the mithril and the wood. So
okay. You guys also take care of it for yourselves on your end for the gold, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see.
Other than my little potato gun launcher thing, it's like I already have the material. I just need to go back home and start making stuff. So. Oh wait, no, the enchanting material stuff. I need to find the books and materials I would probably need for doing that stuff. So need to find a merchant that sells enchanting crafting materials.
Well, we were just told about the arcane library, so
right. Well, that's just a library to find a text like instructions on it, but I would still need to buy the materials.
Fair enough. Oh, darn it, we should let Cryptar negotiate. Well. We'll get on the next shop.
You borrow a line, you're like,
I mean,
I disappear.
I mean, this is not really a whole lot of wiggle room for negotiation with rare metal material and a block of wood, basically.
Core.
What do you think?
All right, so we'll head off to the arcane bookstore next.
Yep. Okay. This will probably be the thing we would need to do some negotiations with.
Yeah.
And then have Krivdar fail miserably, and it's going to be awesome.
Preemptive 22, I'm just saying.
I mean, he's got advantage and he's got inspiration, so.
Yes.
Okay, so you head off, and
but then watch that archfey god that helped him before. It's like, oh, you refuse, huh? Wonder how I can fuck with you until you agree.
No, he's the shopkeeper.
Well, you don't know.
He would be the shop. It's like, oh, the old shopkeeper, left town. He left me the shop for the day.
You never know. I mean, they did say they can't come
somehow.
To you,
somehow their aunt just mysteriously died.
Well, they did say they can't make it to you, so you don't know if that's like a temporary thing or they just couldn't actually make it to you. But
so it's like if he's able to message him across planes, and it sounds like they're an archfey, or possibly an archfey. I'm just guessing, but they're at least from the Feywild.
Yeah, like it all depends on what Crypt told you, but they didn't mention that that they are bound to the Feywild, so they can't really go to visit you here, as far as they've said.
Yeah.
So you'd have to visit them essentially, which means going back to the Feywild, which means, that'd be in a separate, it'd be a trip essentially. They would do, Crypto would essentially do, or you guys could do with them if you guys want.
Which weirdly enough, is like, would we ever have reason to go back yet?
I mean, you guys go back for like the.
Well, I mean, like Ekrist would probably go back to because he's got that library membership back in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And also, there's a place that you can essentially accumulate or take some mushrooms, they grow
more in large ones. Yeah.
So they're and of course if anyone to talk to or
I think we used up our supply on that last thing.
I believe so. Yeah. Okay. If not, we're down to like a single use. So.
And of course, there's more shops. So you go back to go back to the eyewear shop and buy things eyewear.
Yep.
I think I used up my last. I can just adjust it. I used up my last red mushroom with that last thing, and I had probably one green mushroom left
for
to make
shrinking.
Small.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Unless we want somebody to be, teeny tiny.
I mean, it has its uses, but
sure.
We're already kind of small. I'd say we'd probably be the size of a very large rat.
Sure. Let's see.
Yeah, because when halflings get shrunk, they basically become like Barbie doll size.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
or
not
action
really.
figure Barbie dolls.
I mean,
Basically, you'd be a 1.5 feet tall.
Yeah, it's half. It's half. It's
Oh,
half.
okay,
It's
so-
half every
Would you
dimension.
be? So would you be basically a quarterling then?
Yes, be half and half feet tall essentially.
Okay, so like a large Chucky doll then.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That or a large troll doll, which is basically what a large Chucky doll is. Or what, just a regular Chucky doll anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go to the library
Arcane
shop.
library.
The Arcane Library
Yes,
shop.
Arthur's Arcane Library. Okay. See, you head off. You see this library. It's pretty. It's not massive, but it's pretty large. One of the larger buildings here for sure. And outside, it pretty much looks like a. It looks like a. It's not really gaudy or anything interesting. It's just like looks it's a fairly down earth kind of store. Like clearly nothing too fancy on the outside. It just doesn't have much of the way of windows. It seems to have some windows, but the windows need to be blocked out so you can't see inside. And so, because it is probably for people who inside who can actually read and not have to worry about light entering blocking them. But otherwise, it just seems like a pretty generic store for the most part. Like I said, down earth, and you see a sign on the front saying Arthur's Arcane Library, in nice little pretty font, not Comic Sans. Nice, like cursive kind of font, like gold letters and like.
I was gonna say like Times Roman, very very, business casual.
Yeah, not that casual, but still, it's cursive, so it's still like a little fancy, but nothing too fancy.
Does it glow and glitter?
No, just not.
Okay. All right, so we'll walk inside and look for a clerk.
Okay, so you go inside and you see, like I said, you see a bunch of books along the library. It looks almost like a library, except you can't just like take the books out and take them. If they are borrow them, you have to actually buy them. Otherwise, it looks like for the most part like a standard library. Like there's a bunch of like shelves with books on them. They're labeled in different sections. You have the standard. You have magic books of all kinds. You have fiction sections for novels, essentially equivalent novels, and you have biography section, all that fun stuff. You have all sections you can imagine in a normal library plus some magic stuff.
It's fantasy Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. It's a 2-story building though, so it has a little stairs.
But it doesn't have the coffee shop.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, not that you know of. But
I mean, well, there probably is a coffee shop, but it's for employees only.
maybe. So, yeah, but you'll see a person. You'll see a clerk. I think at the essentially not the actual cashier. There's no cashiers, but you'll see a person, attendant, someone sitting next to their counter, essentially, their head down, reading a book. They don't notice you coming in at all. You just kind of walk in. They just don't say anything to you.
No bells that jingle as we walk in.
There's a jingle, but there's no.
Okay.
They don't respond to it. They just kind of sit there keeping their nose in the book. So, like black hair.
Going to look around. Is there a surface bell to ring?
No, there doesn't appear to be.
Oh, okay.
I just like, as we're like walking in and like not notice like.
Okay, the lady holds her head up, looks at you with her glasses, and says, and then kind of like appears, and looks around for a bit, and looks down. Yes, she appears to be like a humanish person.
Greetings, madam. We're looking to purchase a magical book.
Oh yeah, yes. You can look around. Just, there's plenty of books around here. Anything in particular?
Where would we find? Yes, magical crafting.
All right.
Preferably for beginners.
She points over to the section that says metal crafting. Like, oh yeah, you can find some books over there. I think that will fit you. If you have any questions, let me know.
Did you say she pointed to metal crafting?
No, she points to the magical section. And
okay, I was like, I already know metal crafting, my dear. I'm quite an expert at it. I need magical craft.
She points to them. She points to the magic section. And says, "It's gonna be near the back, and probably top row for the crafting section."
It's always the top row.
Like, the two short people like look at like, son of a bitch.
Well, she'll kind of get you mean as you look a little confused, like, oh, would you like some help or like a stepping stool?
How dare you?
Do you have a rolling ladder?
Like, hey, if you don't want help, that's fine. I'm good. She puts her head back.
No, I didn't say that. But
I know.
Do you need some help? How dare you, madam? We are two grown-ass men. We are quite capable.
Sorry.
Kindly find us a booster seat. We would appreciate it.
She says, "Oh, you're probably right, but I think you have other issues that you might help with. But I am open to help with those."
Like we don't even do this. Like we just both look at it. It's like I just start grabbing books and stacking them up into a stair.
Your own staircase of books.
Yeah, but I just create a staircase of books to the top shelf where one I'm fighting.
And as you leap to go to the shelf and do that, she mentions all the way there, like, remember, you break it, you buy it.
Like that's why you install goddamn ladders.
Well, the books aren't too tall, but yeah, obviously not great for you guys. But it's only like 6 feet, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like double our height. So.
I know. Well,
yeah.
That's they have stools for it. Stools for it. You don't want to use
it. We're too prideful.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's like this is why you get like those those ladders that kind of like go on slides or something like that for the places like this. You have tall shelves, like what? Do you never have people of our stature come into your store? Sizes.
This place is ableist.
Maybe. All right.
So, what sort of check do you want us to do to try and find the books?
Just an investigation check. Yeah. Well, actually, it depends if you're touching them or looking first.
We're looking.
Well, we'd be like reading the I assume there's
yes,
titles on it.
Yes.
Titles.
Yes.
So I'll do the investigation because I am good at it. Yeah. I'm sorry, Van, you were saying something.
Oh no, that's fine. It's actually you're right. Just doing that. I was gonna say perception now, but I know investigation makes more sense for this. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Chris. By the way.
Hey, Chris.
Hey there.
14.
11.
I'm not going to use inspiration. I'm just going to stick with a 14 because this is not the thing you would use that for.
That's fine. That's fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, you can find it. So it takes him like 10 minutes or so to find it. Looking through a bunch of things and some of the writing. Some of the books kind of old that he reads, and then because you have trouble, moving. You have to move. You have to walk up, stand on top of it, look, and then come back down, move all the books over.
Yeah, it's basically this is outdated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is written in crayon. What the fuck?
But yeah, you're successfully able to find a book of a magical book on crafting for basically for in this case it's so it's a more very general book. Like there's some more specific books if you want to look for them, but this is a more very general book about crafting stuff and magic stuff out in general. So it'll be potions, other stuff, making of some armor, weapons. It's a very generic book. It's not really. Yeah.
Maybe try to then find maybe a step up kind of thing, just a slightly more advanced one. Just
sure.
It's I'm guessing these books are it's here's how you build basically a birdhouse made out of popsicle sticks or something. Like that. I want to actually learn how to infuse magical essence into an object.
Yeah, sure. Like the first book you see, it's like crafting for owlbears. It's the best for dumb people who aren't the smartest.
This is real dummies, and then this is it's 4 actual dummies and then 4 dummies.
Yeah.
For professional dummies and for amateur dummies, yes.
Pretty much, and I am a professional dummy.
Sure. Okay, so you're able to find another book that's more advanced. If you look a little longer, I guess you want how much more time you want to spend.
I mean,
probably an hour or two.
I mean, if Gory, if you can just assist me and give me the help, actually, I can just do this at an advantage.
Yeah, I'll definitely help you out with this.
There you go. Okay, so that'd be good.
Yeah, I'm basically moving the bookshelves over for you, so you don't have to keep on checking. Oh, damn!
Natural 20.
Oh,
30.
God. All right.
Nice.
30? Oh, god damn. 30. Right. Okay, yeah. So immediately afterward, you're able to instantly find it. Your eyes just dart to as if you're honed to it, or something attracts you to it. You're not sure what exactly. Maybe your magic sense is honing you to it or whatever. Something about the book calls to you, and you just immediately find it. It's a nice bright book, bright blue and orange. It stands out pretty heavily with all the complementary colors, and it's very noticeable.
Very embossed and almost like the those kind of
bolted
ridge edges.
Yeah, it's got.
They got the first edition.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
It's definitely. It doesn't look to be damaged at all. It looks like it's very much like in mint condition. Basically, it's very new, very fresh. So you pick it up.
So it has a plastic wrapper on it.
Sure. Yeah. So instead of crafting for owlbears, this is like crafting for like
This is like a college level book versus the other one was an elementary book.
Yeah, that's good. Crafting for art.
Like this is what helped make somebody's thesis at college kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is more like crafting for artists. So it's more like beginner level. It's still not nothing too high level or anything, but it's beginner to middle. So it basically not meant for like high end stuff, but it's much more useful to you probably. So yep.
Yeah.
You'll find it easily.
So,
do you want to find anything else?
Yeah, Grin would like to check to see if there's or have Risk find it since he seems to be much better looking at it. He is a book for possibly not quite potion making, but like using parts from magical animals in enchanting.
Sure. Okay. Go for it. Do you like another investigation?
Do another investigation, Ken, or can I just piggyback off of that natural 20?
No, you gotta investigate again. New thing.
Okay, well,
but still the same area.
But I'm helping you out with it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, still the same area though, which helps.
Okay. I mean, it's not the natural 20, but 21, so that's still pretty good.
Yep. Really good. So yeah, you're able to find it quickly. Now that his head doesn't snap in like a grotesque motion, but it does veer over quickly to find it. As you're scanning the shelves, you find it one shelf behind or one shelf down, essentially from where you were looking. This focuses more on potions and other miscellaneous things, materials. You find a book called Monsters and You: How to Make Potions and Elixirs and other items out of the frenzy beet. So
start perusing. It's like, wait, this is a sex book? It's like just how to make aphrodisiacs.
Luckily, it has more stuff than just that, but as long you can make a lot of stuff in there. Everything from like some standard potions of healing and other common stuff potions that you've seen around to just other more like section for like alternative medicine stuff, like sections for like all sorts of stuff. So and other like
this will increase virility 5-fold.
Yes.
What is this book?
Consult your cleric after 5 hours.
It's called Monsters and You: How to make items and potions and stuff and out of the frenzy meat. So it may require some sacrifices, but you're fine. You're fine. But what's a little blood between friends?
Blood in, blood out.
Yes, that sounds perfect, Risk. Thank you for finding it.
Yep, not a problem. Yeah. So we'll carry our giant. Mine's probably like a big tome that I'm like having to waddle through. His is probably like just a regular book.
Sure. Yeah. So just catch you up. Yeah. So basically, if you guys in Central, they just
we did some short monologuing about how we can make the most horrific creations with our combined specialties, including a sentient potato gun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sentient. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going sentient. I mean, oh yeah, that's right. I could make a homunculus servant. We could try to make. Although you said like the potatoes.
The loaded.
Yeah, we fire off the potato and gain sentience as it flies at people.
I mean,
that seems unnecessarily cruel, but all right.
Actually, we could probably make the end part of the gun it is enchanted with the awakening spell, so that as it fires out of it, it gains intelligence and awareness, and as it's gained awareness, it realizes it's being hurled at something
and explodes. Sheesh! Wow.
You shoot the potato, and then you can see through its eyes and get a perception check on distance.
I mean, just basically make a dual enchantment. It's like part of it's like awakening as it's going through the tube, and the end part is we can then see where it's going.
Kind of like the petunias that became a whale.
Oh god. I think somebody put it this is just outside of the game. It's like somebody actually designed where they take a cannonball, it's like a big giant sized cannonball, like shrink it down so that, and then have like the enlarging spell, like
activate when it goes past the
basically
nozzle.
It's a
Oh,
broadside cannon, but it's a small portable broadside cannon. So it has it still keeps its velocity as it would be a small thing, so it go really far, really fast. But then it gets bigger at that velocity. Oh, I could do that instead. Screw the potato gun. I want to make a broadside cannon.
Yeah, so we've been spitballing some shit. Other than that, we headed off to the market. Gordon bought some mithril and wood to hopefully forge a new shield that will hopefully be magical, depending on like how things go.
That part in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
and then everything else has been book shopping.
Yeah.
Oh, bookshop. There's a 5-minute dead zone where my phone doesn't pick up the internet just before I get home. So, I'm mostly caught up the last half hour or so.
Okay. So if you want to like retroactively have yourself included in the shopping part of this episode,
I'll walk into the shop and I'll be like, "Hey guys, I was up really late working on some new spells. Sorry I slept in. Reading told me where to meet you guys."
No worries.
There we go. We're caught up.
Okay.
So we just found 2 books for magical assorted mischief making. Is there anything in particular you'd like to pick up?
Nothing that's on the top of my head at the moment.
Yeah, I probably will need your help with that whole broadside cannon and large spell thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably take like ball bearings and make them go big.
Yes.
But that'll be later.
Oh, and I've got Cryptar juiced up with magic, so hopefully you can negotiate some better prices for us.
Yes.
Yep. I heard that part too.
Yeah. And then
looking forward to that.
And then later we're gonna need you to like just accompany us when we go drop off the bounty.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say the body out loud, but no, don't need that in public.
Yeah, I forget what we're doing.
Yep.
Did we have the body, or we have a fake head? I forget what we had.
We got the brother's body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now in the freezer in the ice cream shop room. That's Cryptar's room.
It's an ice cream shop.
That's right.
Yep.
Yes.
Currently next to the rocky road.
We'll deliver it on Sunday.
Also,
Cryptar's working on a new flavor.
Yeah.
Ghoulish Delight.
Had some earlier. It was delicious.
God.
Also,
so
did they mention about your about Cryptar's messages head?
No, what's that?
He got a message from his helper who answered his prayers at the last fight.
Yeah, basically they want him to come to the Feywild, and he's like,
he
misinterpreted his questions or his requests as sexual advances for some reason, and so he disregarded them. He said, "No, I'm not. Sorry."
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, you did pick a really weird voice for it, so
he's a weird guy.
It sounded like the guy from Monty Python. It's like a fish went with an eye.
Yeah, it's just a weird character from the Feywild. Don't expect it. They're all weird.
I mean,
yep.
Anyways, so I think that's everything pretty much. There was something we're gonna kind of retcon as you guys left the ice plane, so I was waiting for you to come for that, so we can do that. But yeah, obviously we'll finish up the shopping I think first, and then we'll do that.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna buy these 2 books, and we're gonna see if we can negotiate.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So you guys done with? You guys gonna walk back to the counter?
Yep. We'll flag down Cryptar, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you up to? Are they doing this?
I am. What do they call it?
Perusing.
Casually.
Okay.
Perusing.
Perusing.
Yeah. Oh, that was interesting, and then pulled it out, kind of thing. Maps, stuff like that.
Okay.
Can I do just a generic, I don't know, perception check or investigation check, just to see if there's anything that I'm like, holy cow, what is this? I'm not looking for anything specific.
Okay.
So I understand the DC is probably 1 million.
Yeah. Let's try, I guess, and see if anything catches your eye.
All right. What, investigation or perception? Which one?
This case perception, because you're just...
I'm kind of digging into the shelves. Okay.
Okay, you are actually touching things? Okay, you're touching, then you go investigation.
Oh, okay. Good, because that was a terrible one.
Remember, you do have inspiration for the day.
I know.
Session. Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
much
wow.
better.
It's
Oh,
easy.
well, I was gonna say
No,
PS9
it's
was
not much better.
but
It's a net one.
the
Do I waste
one.
any
That
inspiration
one,
right
yeah.
now? No. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. I'm not wasting inspiration.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
so
yeah.
You don't. Yeah. You don't say anything particular. Like this seems pretty generic.
Yeah.
Nothing particularly interesting. It seems boring. You're like, man, why are these guys even here? I could find a better shop. Like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I find a book on like making paper airplanes or something.
So before we go up to the clerk, we're gonna talk with Krivdar. Say it's like, okay, this is your moment, man. This is your moment. This is your time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
We are hoping to get a discount on these books. We don't have any idea what these are going to cost, but we're hoping you can get us a decent discount. Are you up for this, man?
I am.
Awesome.
I'll give it the best effort.
Okay, just also if you cast the spell, when you casting the spell, or you casting the spell way later.
I cast it earlier when we were talking to the first shopkeeper, so it's probably reaching the end of its duration. But if it's been too long, I can re-up it again.
Okay, no, it's not over yet. It can last through this count at least. So.
Okay.
So you cast it ahead of time. Okay, so you just.
Will it last?
Yeah.
Will it last at least say 13 minutes?
Yeah. That's a very specific number. But
Because
yeah.
if I have 11 minutes, I'll cast Comprehend Languages on Krivdar. So if they try to speak any other language behind his back or something, he'll understand what they're saying.
Okay, sure.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
because
three
enhanced
different-
ability lasts
11
an
minutes.
hour, and we've been shopping for a while, but I don't think it's been quite that long.
Yeah, I mean the walk
So,
back and
mean-
forth wasn't too long either from Sigil from Ligus to this. So yeah. All right.
All right. So Krivdar, you understand every language you hear for the next hour.
Nice.
Damn.
I don't understand what you're saying.
There's understanding and there's comprehending. So
Yeah,
Sure.
he hears the words. He just doesn't know what the words mean.
They're big.
Actually, I'm curious. What is your intelligence score for Krivdar?
Pretty good actually.
I +2.
Yeah.
I have a 15. So yeah.
Okay. What's your?
I'm just being mean. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah. Which makes me like wonder. It's like, is Krivdar like just like dumb, or is he dumb?
I'm reading.
Critter is a free spirit. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so now I'm going over to the shopkeep and
Yep.
convincing them that we want to get these books on the cheap.
Sure.
Gotcha.
yeah, just try and knock off a little bit on the price. Doesn't have to be something monumental.
Like if you can get like a 10-15% discount or something like
Yeah.
that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You can always make it free.
Yeah, if you can convince them we're free, great. If not, a little discount.
Well, if I get a
knock off
22
it.
again, they're definitely going to be pretty low.
And remember, you have advantage plus inspiration.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want me to roll now? Or do you want me to talk?
No, yeah, you basically talk
You
to
talk
them
to
and
her first.
come up with like
Okay.
a way to convince them. Hopefully, you'll lower the DC.
I don't know.
from-
How many books? 3 books? 2 books?
2 books.
Yeah.
2 books. So I'm going to go over with said books
Sure.
and carry them because I am a normal-sized human being. And,
No. That size is.
Cobalt one uppy.
not bringing it in or anything. Anyway, here we go. And I'm just gonna come over to them and be like, "Oh, hi, how you doing today?"
Ah. Yeah, you guys again. So you guys find what you wanted?
Oh yes, I have. This store is great. I just love the selection. I think it's very well open and stuff like that. I appreciate all of your hard work that you've been putting into the store.
Oh, that's nice of you to say. Yeah, I spruced up the
So-
place a bit.
Yeah,
It used to be
I
much
can
worse,
tell.
actually.
Yeah, it's a free-flowing walk plan. It's well displayed. Everything is very brightly lit. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
So, here are the books that I want to get. You may peruse them if you like. I don't know. I don't know what your thing is. But anyway, point being is that I would like these. So what's the cost of these, if
All
you
right.
know offhand?
Yeah, so she clocks them, looks at the page, like, let me check my book. She looks at the book, and she has this kind of like binder she has. It's like basically below her book that she's actually reading. She moves her book away and takes the binder and essentially looks through her prices. was like, oh, okay. Let's see. These 2 books here, crafting materials. This. Yeah, okay. It's only going to be 15 gold.
15 gold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it? I think I only have like 7 gold. Is that possible that you could, work with 7? Like, I would really appreciate it.
All right, please roll a deception check.
Sure. Deception, you said?
Yeah, deception.
You are lying about the amount
because now you're lying. It's not just
remember, you have advantage.
You do still have advantage though, because this is still charisma. So
I'm looking. Okay, hold on. Because I only see. I don't see deception here. Hold on.
We at the top.
They should be alphabetical. So
yeah, they're alphabetical, so it's like fifth, 6th from the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I got you. Sorry, it's on a phone, so it takes a little bit longer.
No worries.
No one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Roll one more time just to see if you get that natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. I'll do it one more time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not even.
Yeah.
Okay, 21's. Okay. 21's good.
30-21.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you're able to deceive her for sure. Seems like she's like, are you much of a reader?
I am an avid reader. Have you heard of Maud's Book Club? It's fantastic.
Look, yeah, I'm actually part of Maud's Book Club. I've never seen. Have I seen you there? What's your name?
Oh,
They both make this like secret cult sign.
You make a secret cult sign.
Gordon just exchanges a look with Riss, like, "What the fuck is going on?"
She's like, she's like, oh yeah, I love her dog. You know her name? Do you know her name?
Do I know her name?
Yeah, the name of the dog.
Oh yeah, the Zelda. Zelda's dog.
Oh, yeah, Zelda's such a cutie.
Yes, 100%. That's the main reason why I joined the book club is to look at that dog. Who doesn't love dogs?
I mean, can't blame you for that, for like, can we now?
Yeah.
All right. She's like, well, I guess I shouldn't do this since I don't own the store, but I don't think Arthur's gonna care anyways. It's fine. So she takes the books and takes the books for her, and she says, okay, just give me 7 gold, please.
Thank you very much. And with the 7 gold, I'm going to hand a nice container of ice cream for her. And be like, here,
that's like your tip? Your tip of your ice cream?
That's for your couple's ice cream.
What kind of ice cream is it? Is it your new Ghoulish Delight?
Don't say Ghoulish Delight. Please don't say Ghoulish Delight.
The newest flavor that we're working on, it's yummy. It's so good, you could die from it. That's what we're going to do.
Well, when you say that, she seems pretty delighted, actually. Like, you can tell she's wearing all like black for the most part, and she seems to have like kind of vibe, and she likes like goth stuff.
And mind you, Risk has his his goggles already on because it's outside and it's probably bright out. It's like but his eyes are like wide, like what the fuck?
Yeah. So it's like
thinking of the name Death by Chocolate, possibly. I don't know.
So Gordon's initially got the wide eyes, and he's like, "Wait a minute, we could turn this into a business opportunity."
She's like, "Oh, I love ice cream."
Yeah, the food guy is turning this into a business opportunity. The mechanic guy is like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, it's working, but it's working in the weirdest possible way, which is on brand for Krivdar.
All right, so yeah, so she's like, "Oh, I would love some ice cream, actually." And like Ghoulish Delight sounds amazing. I love all those kind of like necrotic and other themed items and cherry treats. I don't know how you knew, but like it's perfect for me.
It is.
She starts treating you much more like warmly than before. Like even if she was kind of once you said she's part of the Bond's Book Club, she's like, "Oh, I like you now a lot more." But now that you've ice cream of type that she seems to like the most, or seems to like the most, the idea, the name of it, she's warmed up to you a lot. So if you come back here later, or if you come back at or if you're looking for more rare books, I can get them out of the back. We keep all the good stuff there, the higher stuff, just So they keep all the less stuff for most people, because most people don't really care about the shiny stuff. The really tougher stuff. But for the people we see that are more refined readers, we can get you the goods.
Me looking at my shiny book, my literal shiny glossy book.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
But thank you very much.
I will ask
because
her
I'm
just
because I'm below the.
before we're like ready.
Can't see me.
Go
Like,
ahead.
what the fuck? All right, go ahead.
I will ask her if just do you have anything that a book that would outline like a regimen of exercises or things like that, whether it be physical or mental, that might increase someone's stamina or agility or mental prowess. Any books along those lines? Do you have those?
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about like permanent increase, like something over a long period of time, or something
something
quicker?
that you could do, right? Not a pamphlet that would go like boom, but just to permanently improve oneself.
I mean, if you want permanent improvement, any kind of like exercise can help you. If you just go some walking on a day-to-day basis, it helps quite a bit. I've heard. But I mean,
okay, so you don't really have any books on the topics then?
We have an athletic section for like other physical activities and stuff like that. Those can help you, increase your cardio and stuff like that, and get you lifting some weights. But that's more standard. If you're talking about like more magically oriented, or are you talking about like just like good old?
Yeah, the magically oriented. A little arcane helper, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Arcane stimulus.
That kind of stuff is really extremely rare.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, we don't have anything like that. At least right now. That kind of stuff is extremely rare. That would be, I don't know. If considering considering your friend here could barely afford 7 gold, I don't think it's anything close to your guys' pay range. Just saying.
Well, we're working on some things. Hopefully soon we'll have a few platinum maybe, but anyways.
Okay.
Like you said, it's rare, so I ask everywhere just in case.
So I might not be able to find it for here, but I could, if you have enough money, and I'll let you know, it's going to be a ton of money, like probably thousands of gold, probably these books are extremely expensive.
Okay.
Like I might be able to know, I might know someone who knows a friend,
Gordon, real quick,
I got it.
Yeah.
Like, how does your your telepathic ability? Like, do you have to initiate? Like,
I have to initiate, yeah.
Okay, I just kind of like look to you, like just kind of give like a little tap to my head, like could you?
Yeah. Gordon responds mentally in your head. This is a craze that we can get in on. We could do all sorts of specialty necrotic flavored foods. We're going to make so much goddamn money.
Agreed. Also, this lady's a bitch, and I am hoping you could talk me down from burning this place to the ground.
Wow. What you didn't saw your book.
Wow.
Well, no, it's like you clearly don't have enough money, you poor people.
But you paid her 7 gold instead of 15. Of course she thinks that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need to be a rude bitch about it.
But you try to buy like when you offer to buy something that's like extremely rare, like a legendary item equivalent rare. It's like,
but again, you didn't have to be so rude about it's like, well, you're clearly not rich enough for it's like this kind of.
Well, she's sassy. What can I say?
Well, risk. Think of it this way: next time we come around to this bookstore, we're going to be blinged out in super magical enchanted shit. If she still gives you the shit, I'll help you burn this place down.
What?
We could make an inferno.
Whenever we get ready to leave this place.
Ooh.
Whenever we do get ready to leave this place, I want to kind of go up next to Risk and be like, I have an idea, and I'm going to describe like a mobile cart and a soft serve machine.
Oh god!
It's like mentally, and you saying this like,
Can you wield that?
Go on. It's like you've taken me out of my need for petty vengeance and put it back in my creative
business mode. Yeah.
There we go. This is what I do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got something to say here? Or you're gonna leave?
I think that's all we need for this place. I probably need to find a shop that will sell me some basic crafty materials for enchantment
And potions.
I have that kind of stuff.
Well, how about this? Let's go to the potion shop. You can leaf through the book and see what sort of stuff you think you're going to need, and then we can hit up on the way out.
Yeah, because I still got tons of cash, especially since we don't have to pay 15 gold for 2 books.
So the whole 8 gold. Okay.
Yeah. All of this magical enhancement for saving basically 6 gold, or what was it, or 8 gold.
On the way out, I'll re-up Eagle's Splendor on Kribdar.
Yeah.
So, Cryptar, you're good for another hour of shopping.
Nice. You're like, get it for me cheaper, and then you're like, I didn't want it that cheap.
Right.
You're like, I almost feel bad.
Like, how much ice cream do you have left?
I mean, you got like 50% over 50% off. That's a really good deal. Like, sheesh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you'd think with the ice cream, she would at least give like maybe another gold piece back to us, so it'd be like 6 gold. But
no. The ice cream got us access to the secret back door.
Exactly.
Okay, yep. I was about to say you're correct. That did help in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about much as gold you saved. It's about Krivdar not messing up
Burning the place down on the way. Yes.
Yeah, using his chaotic energy for good rather than for mischief. At least for mischief that could potentially be detrimental to us instead of be beneficial.
There you go. Way more work than a gold.
We cannot suppress the free spirit. We can only channel and direct it.
Yeah, we just have to cut the path and let him flow down it.
Yes, exactly.
Very true.
Like give him a target and let him figure out the plan.
Exactly.
So yeah, Vane, we'll hit up the potion shop. We'll risk his thumbing through the book and seeing like what sort of materials he's likely to need.
Okay. Since it's already 4:20 and we should, I think it's probably a good time to take our break now. I think. If you want to take a break now.
Sure.
Okay. So let's take our break now. I guess come back in like. Do you want to come back in 10 minutes? I guess 4:30. Is that fine?
Yeah, me.
Sure.
Okay. We'll come back 10 minutes and then we'll do that and we'll do the stuff that I was mentioned before and then we'll continue with the rest of it. So.
The flashback, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay.
See you guys in 10.
Later.
Sounds good.
Okay. Back in 10.
I was just scrolling through about 100 pictures of my stepdaughter's graduation that people have put on Facebook.
Nice. What grade did you graduate from?
High school. She's all done. The older stepdaughter was her college commencement was last month, and then this one was the high school. So 2-0, about 5 weeks. 2-0.
I mean, that's a lot of graduation stuff, but considering they made it through the pandemic, definitely worth celebrating.
Exactly. Yeah, she started freshman year in 2019, so like her freshman and sophomore years were all jacked up because of that. So yeah.
I mean, that does suck, but it's better than Oh, I think you're muted, Aaron. Yeah, because I'm not hearing you.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. He's back.
Yep.
Yeah, have other people say it's like, oh, my college life was great. I was living in the dorms, doing all this stuff. It's like, I was at home, did online classes basically for 2 years, 3 years. Which, to be fair though, that saves you a heck of a lot of money on commuting to college.
That it does, but it's also kind of like, I know it isn't as good as they always show in movies, but it's still kind of like the feeling of like, why didn't I get to experience that?
Right, yeah. Because I did the commuting thing, because I didn't do like, in a university college. I did like one of those like technical, private, business college kind of things. One was like maybe like 30, 45-minute car ride away, but then they had a secondary campus that had all the other classes, all the classes I was pretty much had to do 2 hours away in the cities. In Minneapolis, or no, it's like Minnetonka, Minneapolis, that kind of area. And they were like right by Best Buy's corporate office, because Best Buy's located like, corporate office is in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a weird kind of thing there.
Well, it's probably one of those things of like they were hoping that if the corporate office is right next to a college, it's easier to pick up graduates from there to work at the corporate. So
yeah, but they pretty much flat out lied to me, saying it's like, oh, you only have to take like a few classes at that location that are in the Twin Cities versus the campus here. It's like, no, basically 90% of that. Well, maybe not 90%, like 75%. It was like only 25 at the one campus. So I was like,
damn, that's really rough.
Yeah. I spent like 2 years doing that. And then I realized, like, just as I'm about to finish, it's like, I don't like this place. I don't like this, particular set of, like, stuff like that. It's like, so I've just switched to a different college that was actually still in the previous town, the one that was closer to me, and spent another 2 years doing that. Maybe like a year and a half. So it's like I spent 4 years basically to do a 2-year degree.
Yeah,
and I haven't.
Kind of stuff does happen.
And it was a degree that I ended up not using really, because it was digital design and animations, like web design and just everything like with Photoshop and things like that, and 3D animation, but couldn't find the time to practice and build from that because I had student loans to pay and I needed to find a job I didn't have at the time. So.
Yeah, for me it was nighttime college while going to work during the day. So.
Yeah, I had a lot of night classes too. So like one class in the day was like an 8 in the morning 3D math class. So like vertices, matrices to figure out things in 3D space. But it was 8 a.m. down there that was 2 hours away. So I had to get up at like 5:30 to get there. And then I had a night class that didn't end until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then drive 2 hours back home into the dark.
Yeah, I was the opposite.
One of the other reasons why it's like, no, what, fuck this place.
It's entirely understandable.
Yeah, like I worked during the day, and I went to school during the day.
Also didn't help with the person I was like, getting the carpool commute with because I didn't have a car and I don't have a license still. He decides I'm going to move away from where I normally am to like pick you up. So it's like I'm moving closer, so I can't carpool with you anymore. So it's like, how the hell am I getting here?
I mean, I guess you could probably do it by bus, but that would still be really rough. And basically, if anything interrupted the bus service, you're screwed. So
that's a 2-hour bus ride each day. Yeah, and that's basically like Greyhound bus service thing. I would have to like charter.
I would say it's more than probably a 2-hour bus drive.
Oh yeah, no, like the drive itself would be like closer to 2 hours, but it's also going down to the cities, which is like a lot of traffic.
And the bus won't go exactly to where you need to go, too.
No, I'd be like probably like blocks away or something like that. So, yeah. Not like a taxi service will get you up to the door. No, it's like, here's a drop-off point. I'll figure out how I get there. So that's probably like another like taxi service or something like that.
Okay.
Expensive, too.
Oh, yeah. That was easier the second go-around, because like the person I like, carpool with from where I live to the town, it's called St. Cloud. He works literally across the parking lot from that college. It's called Rasmussen College, and his like job was like just right across the way.
That's convenient.
Very.
Yep.
Right. Sorry. So, is everyone back?
When I was younger, I worked in a convenience store, and the convenience store was 4 houses away from me. I lived at 4 Center Avenue, and it was 8 Center Avenue. It was very nice. I used to get free hot chocolate. Anyway, continue.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Vane.
Yeah, sorry, I was back. I forgot to unmute myself. I was trying to talk. I was like, no one's hearing me. What do I do wrong? Let me look for all these options.
Don't worry, I did that. I did that too. It's like I'd be like, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I have to do more muting than normal because I have to mute.
Hold the mod.
Yeah, I did. Basically,
Yeah.
I have to mute myself in Discord, and also mute myself in the ops because I'll have some separate thing. Otherwise, I guess I've heard that when I talk, people can hear me, or through the stream, even though my Discord's muted. So cause it has its own separate mic, I guess, to connect it to it. So I have to make sure I don't want talking randomly. All right, that's fine though. But yeah, I'm the opposite of you, Aaron. Like I worked during the night, and I went to school during the day. So that was my thing for like 4 or 5 years. That was not great. I also went to art school, but I wasn't an artist. I decided to go to art school, and I had no art skills.
Yeah. That's basically what I was going for anyway. Is like an art kind of thing. And I was like, I'm okay at it. Like it's not that great, and I started developing some decent skills at it, but it's like I would have needed more years. The only good thing I liked about that campus that was, further away in the Twin Cities, was it had its own like little deli inside the campus building. Like just go like one floor, they had a guy just dedicated, just basically it's like a cafeteria place.
Yeah, that's pretty common to have cafeterias in
it was
college
like,
days.
Yeah, it was like this old Asian guy. It was really fucking cool.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess are you guys all ready to go back?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep. Ready.
Okay.
Oh, man, I'm like,
So you guys travel to.
Let's do it.
Sorry, what happened?
No, I said let's do it. Sorry.
All right, cool.
Continue.
Sorry. All right. So, sorry, my throat's a little weird. So yeah, so you guys travel. You guys see the next building that you went to. You're told to go to by Ligas, and it's an apothecary, as you might were told to go to, and you follow the directions, fairly easily. It wasn't being any terrible directions, and it kind of stands out pretty easily. And you see this place called Ellie's Exhilarating Elixirs. So this place seems to be it's an apothecary, and this place does seem kind of glammed up. Like it seemed like the library, which looked more arcane outside, looked more like mundane on the outside. This place is very almost tacky, like lots of like signs everywhere. People drink. There's like lots of art of like poorly, like not poorly drawn, but like not like a super well done art of like people drinking potions and like being happy and like dancing and doing all those things. It's just it's like a.
It looked like street graffiti, basically.
No, it looks like it's actually official art that they put on their thing, but like it just seems not very high quality. Like making so.
Oh, like they got people from like the like freshman year of the art college to do it.
Or they did it themselves, and it's like I'm not going to pay some artist. I can do it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Artist must.
Hey, you can ask the prep art if you want to.
Like,
see what they say.
My mom put my macaroni thing on the fridge. And she said it was good.
Good enough for the RSD then. That's right. So yeah. The door itself seems like it's pretty kind of wide. It actually has like a double door. Kind of, so it's even more like grandiose and necessary too. Like, and you don't see a lot of people walking in or anything. It's not like it's like tons of traffic or anything. They're just like.
So it's like they're trying to go for like this very flamboyant flair, but it's like overly exaggerated flair.
Seems to be.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so before we go in, we're generally looking for healing potions, but if you guys happen to find some potion that does a special type of thing that could be beneficial, definitely let the rest of the group know.
Nice.
Like potion of enlargement, for example, or like enhance ability, something that we can like do and not burn the concentration on.
Maybe like a haste potion or something like that.
Haste potion would be really good, but that might be a little pricey.
At least find out if it's there, and find out if it's there and find out what the price is.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we could always just come back when we get more money.
Sure.
True.
You guys have a good amount of money now, but yeah, you already spent like. How much did you spend on the event roll?
Well, so it was what 1,000 at the
gold,
one.
So 100 plat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
I've spent basically 100 plat and like 15 or so gold. We picked up the books for like 7. So for the most part, the group funds are untouched. It's mainly just Gordon going a little crazy with his material spree.
Okay.
And then
and we'll pay back Kribdar for our portions of the books.
Yeah.
It's gonna break the bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, we'll split 4 gold a piece, or what, like
3.5 gold each.
3. Yeah. Well, I'll do the. You'll do the.
Give him 4 gold each. He deserves a gold for the discount.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Shiny
Okay, so we'll each do 4 gold.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Krivdar, just add 8 gold to your
Inventory.
Yeah.
8 gold it is.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, so you guys go in the store. You see a single. You actually see people inside, like not just you, because there are customers there, but they're just looking around the place. There's a tons of potions like all over the walls everywhere, and like I said, it's kind of similar to the art outside. There's a bunch of like potions like indicating what the potions do essentially. They say like there's potions of healing section, the section of, like that's the biggest section because it's a point of common potions that people drink, and you see see like this figure of like a person drinking a red potion, like like basically like touching her tummy and smiling as if they're all happy, and like you see they're kind of like you see like a little progression of images too. It's like one person like when they're injured, and like they're injured, and they then drink a potion, and then the injury goes away, stuff like that. So you see it's like almost like this kind of like animatics, like drawings that the person has done to indicate what the potions do to some degree. At least they're in the bigger categories. Yeah.
Wait, real quick. Before we walk in, if I could ritually cast Detect Magic,
sure.
And once I walk in, I'll have 10 minutes to like be aware of stuff.
And I'll join him because I just got that, so we'll both do.
But just that's gonna like overload you because it's gonna be like magic everywhere.
That's why I have the goggles on, so the flash doesn't burn my eyes.
I just don't want him to hand me a bottle of like Kool-Aid and be like, "This is the superior host potion" or whatever.
That's true. So. That's true.
Yeah. So we're both gonna do a ritual Detect Magic.
This place to deceive you. Come on. All right.
I mean, we would be shocked if you didn't. Players.
Have I lied to you?
We've got cherry flavored life water.
Yeah,
it's Snapple.
Vitamin D essentials. There's Red Bull in a flask.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Gives you energy.
So there's this is a potion of haste. It's just Red Bull.
It gives you wings.
Does the same thing.
It gives you wings. You can fly around. It gives you wings.
This is a potion to help you against being frightened. It's just a bottle of whiskey.
That's right. It's alcohol solves all problems. Come on.
Yep.
It's a potion of courage, potion of healing, potion of just everything.
Liquid courage.
That's right.
It's a potion of intelligence. It's basically the speed pills, help you.
Adderall.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Sheesh.
I mean, when you look at the descriptions of a lot of spells, it's basically that's what those spells are. I mean, heat metal spell is just basically a piece of iron and flame to heat it up. It's like see how magical this is.
All right, go in.
Yeah, we go in. We go in after we both do our detect magic, so we can get blinded by the light.
All right, so as you go on, literally, you see magic forces everywhere. People on the objects, everything seems to magically, So anything that's in a bottle seems to be, and a lot of people also in the store have magic sources on them too. So they seem to have magic equipment on.
And I actually never really told this dude the actual. Set.
I just want to make sure we're in the main. I'm looking at the map. It's that normal circular town base that we're from. That's where we're at, right?
Yeah. So you're in Sigil, the city of doors. You're on the northwest side of it, which is the great, and you're in the Great Bazaar, which is a section that holds a bunch of shops and stuff in general.
Also, Chris, when you do the detect magic, you're already gonna see my hat just flare up because it's got a headband of intelligence built into the hat. I basically Frosty the Snowman my intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see that on a critter too. He has that the headband thing that he got, the one that shoots lasers.
The goggles, binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars, yeah.
Yeah, I have the headband of intellect, which I never really explained that to anybody in the group. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so smart. Don't mind the cap.
When you go to sleep, you wake up, you're not very smart until you put it back
on. Pretty much.
Who's that putting thinking cap on?
I basically every time it comes off, I minimally flowers for Algernon myself. And then I Frosty the Snowman myself when I put it back on.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, like I said, there's potions everywhere. You see a big section for healing potions. There's potions for other stuff like shrink and curing potions. There's potions like basic body modification potions, like stuff like that, and like haste potions. Obviously, it seems to be like they seem to have a very wide variety. Like the store is pretty big actually, and there, like I said, there are quite a few people actually inside, even though no one's really coming in right now. So yeah, what would you like to do with that?
Gordon will check out the healing potion, see if there's like some sort of like bulk discount available.
Oh, okay.
I'll start finding like just some. Like I don't know if I'll buy them, but I just want like to see what kind of like really weird, strange potions they could have that might help us down the line.
Okay.
Like potion of strength, oil of etherealness, any of those kind of things.
So would that be like probably an investigation if I'm like for the strange and unusual, like nothing like actually specific, but just like in a general sense?
Yeah, I'd say just look for what you can do. If it depends how close you're looking. If you're just looking in from range, then you have perception. If you're actually like going in, like touching or being very closely, simply need more investigation.
Yeah, like not like pop in the corner, like trying to spell, but like at least look at the consistency and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a shop. Do they have labels? Like, is there a shelf that says like speed potions or anything like that?
Yeah, Like I said, there's animatics. So basically, like pictures showing you what the items that do, essentially, more like than actual written down.
Okay.
But like, but there's like
perception then, because
so it's more like what's going to catch our eyes the most is kind of what we're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'd be probably a perception.
I guess make this simple because and also because you guys can just go in and look at or touch. It's basically just make a choice if you want to do perception perceive, or if you want to if you want to do investigation. So just whatever is better for you. Do whatever one you think is more.
I'll do an investigation.
Okay, fair enough.
I will investigate.
Got it.
Oh, I did really well. I did
26 and 23. Nice.
Yeah.
Kind of math for
We
Gordon.
see everything.
Like, and Gordon's like, "Yep, these are potions."
Yeah.
They come in a bottle.
They do,
and they've got different flavors.
They're cursed, but they come with a free Frogurt.
Very important.
But the Frogurt is also cursed.
It comes in 3
Everything is cursed. Just curses all the way down. Yeah, well, also just mention. I don't know if we've mentioned this too. Just so you know, Chris, we talked a little about identify spell. So identify, just so people know or remember, is like basically it tells you what the item does and all this stuff. It gives you good information about attunements and all this stuff. But it doesn't give you like all the information about it. It's like a level 1 spell. So basically, it doesn't tell you about curses or anything like that. And in order to know like more, like deeper information about that, let's say objects like special in some way, very special, like legendary items or something like that. It basically needs something like legend lore essentially, which gives you, which is a high material. It's like a 5th level spell, and that gives you more information, like more detail about like special, really important items essentially. But yeah,
who used it and why it was important to get a legend about it.
Yeah, it's a lot more in depth, and it gives you like a history of it too. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it's 5th level spell. So all right. All right. So what you guys roll 23 for Veckrest and Risk roll 26. Oh wow, so you guys are really well. Gordon rolled 10. You don't see much, Gordon. You're just like, yeah, it looks like a regular stuff. You barely
he was looking for like he was like looking for like the discount signs.
Yeah, I'm looking for like the bargain bin.
Sure. There seems not appear to be a bargain bin here. Actually, no, there is one. Actually, this one's funny because you'll see why.
That's where you basically have the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see. You'll see if you want to.
The like 40% off. These expire next week. Potions.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. And so yeah, you can go over and find like a bin of essentially have potions that seem to be like laying there together. They don't seem labeled or anything. They don't have any information on them. They're just kind of both very various colors, so you don't know what they're in at all. And
the labels are there, but they're fading and peeling.
Yeah, and they're not like in a nice like in their own specific. They're all in their full flasks, but they're like those normally like a test tube kind of thing where they're all in a separate section. This is kind of like they're kind of dumped together. Like
oh boy.
So yeah, it's nice. A little sloppily put there.
This is like the Burger King mix your flavors.
Of course you gotta mix your flavors.
I mean, that's what you do all the time, right? Wolf used to mix all the flavors, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, suicide.
Yeah. Okay, so that's you. And then so you let me know what happens and you want to do with that. At Chris and Risk, you find you're able to find yourself really easily. So what you're looking for specific or just looking for anything interesting?
I think I would be looking for some sort of like antidote type things, whether it's like anti-paralysis, anti-poison. See if I can find any and what kind of price range they look like, and then maybe like a strength potion or something like that.
I would say for me, I would look for like something like not so much like just a general buff kind of thing, like something like really odd and unusual. Like it does give you a buff, but it's like a very odd buff.
Okay. Get you. Okay. So for you, Chris, you find a bunch of potions of odd types. There's something called potion of a watchful rest, which lets you basically means magic can't put you to sleep, and when you can stay awake during a long rest and still gain benefits. That's really interesting. And that's an interesting one. So if you want to like just say, if you have downtime activity, you want to keep working on it while you're sleeping. Instead of sleeping, you just want to you do that literally get all the benefits of sleeping while being awake. As long as it's not doing too heavy, like you're not gonna fight 8 hours in a row and and still getting full rest, but light activity, you're fine.
It's just basically a double shot of espresso.
Yep, that is. Yeah. There's also one more rare, and there's something called potion of vitality.
It's the double coffee lock.
Yeah, sure. I think something more called potion of vitality. When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you're suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain max number of hit points for any hit die you spend. So, yeah, it's quite nice.
Damn.
It's more like it's like a dull looking like reddish liquid. But yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's very rare. Potion of resistance, another very rare. It's uncommon. Basically, this one is these are various colors, but basically there's always have this kind of like sheen to them, like instead of being like a normal like pure red or whatever, green or whatever color it is, they're that color, but also like this kind of like almost like kind of like outline almost of like a grade to it. And these potions basically essentially what they do is that they give you resistance to a certain kind of element for an hour. So you can resist the type of damage for an hour. So it's interesting, and it goes, and there's a wide gamut all the way from acid to thunder to everything pretty much. So it's really cool too. Anything else for you?
Are they all different flavors of Mountain Dew?
Pretty much. No. Yeah, better than that. Come on.
It's Coca-Cola. Let's be honest.
Sure.
Okay.
I would like
Dr. Pepper.
a potion slow, if possible.
A what kind of potion?
A potion to slow down the enemy, so if I throw it down, it will make them slower.
Okay. Let's see. Here we have your.
That'd probably be something you could like coat your weapons with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Either way, throw it, coat it.
So basically, there's nothing available there, but you can talk to like the proprietor and see if she can craft you one. So she might be able to
I can. I will talk to them.
Oh, no, the proprietor. I mean, the clerk. If you usually talk to the clerk, and they can ask them see if they can make one for you. But they don't seem to have one by default there. It doesn't appear to be a standard potion, so you have to have one essentially custom made for you.
Nice. I will talk to them.
Yep. So that's Chris and you, and then risk.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so risk for you. Just rare stuff that's uncommon. There's potion of clairvoyance, which lets you basically drink potion to gain the effective clairvoyance spell. There's a potion of domination, not that useful for you because it's basically cast reduce some people, which you already have. Essentially, you can basically get that already with the mushrooms. That you can double stack it, technically speaking, if you want to. There's potion of giant strength, a very high one. There's various kinds. There's everything from hill giant to storm giant. Storm giant being the most expensive. They don't have storm giant, but they have cloud giant, which is very rare and gives you 27 strength for an hour. And then other ones unusual is potion invincibility. That's pretty clear what it does. Makes you invisible.
I think I can do that myself, but then again, it's a potion that doesn't let me spend a spell slot. So
sure. Also, it's a potion of mind reading. When reading this potion, you get the effect of detect thoughts, so you can get detect thoughts if you want to. It's a rare spell. It's a rare potion, and that's all the spells you see. There is actually a potion of speed, which is very rare, which is a haste spell, but that's also very rare, so super expensive. But yeah. So any of those pique your interest?
The clairvoyance and the mind reading one. Those I'll look into, like seeing how much they are.
Okay. So we'll do that once
we'll
kind of
wrap around with other people's stuff.
All right. So what were we saying?
Wolf? And then
since all of the stuff in the bargain bin isn't labeled and isn't in appropriate shelves, is there? Gordon will check with like the clerk. Say like, is it okay if I like pop open the cap to smell these to figure out what these do? Because right now it's just kind of a crapshoot.
Like what? So you talk. Okay, so we'll do yours after you. So you're gonna talk to Clark anyways. We'll wait till I'm gonna talk to Clark. That'll be easier. Okay, so what are you gonna do, Icarus?
Well, it's just the same thing. When we go to talk to the clerk, I was going to ask about probably like watchful rest and vitality or whatever.
Okay, so that's all you guys. And Renan, you're still a base, right? Your home base.
Yeah, I'm just still writing in my book, waiting for the guys to return, looking at the body in the morgue.
A while.
Is that what you're writing? You're writing in the morgue.
You could have literally just written that book along the way with us at that point.
I'm getting tired sometimes, sleepy. Picking out, eating ice cream, just trying to figure out how to put the pen to the paper, but doesn't work that well.
Sure. Yeah, basic writer's block. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, if someone else wants to do anything else special, we'll go to the clerk.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So you all go to the clerk. Bring your potions, or I guess ask a question. Are you bringing your potions, or just gonna ask him about it and then go back to it?
He'll bring the one healing potion he'll get for himself, but he'll basically just want to be like, so you got all this stuff in the bargain bin, but how do I tell what's what?
So you'll see this lady with an interesting hat. It's kind of almost like a mushroom-looking hat. Like it looks like almost like I don't know. You're not sure if it's actually a mushroom or it's like some kind of just like interesting, weird fashion design. But she's got like a big hat, like a wizard hat that looks like a mushroom, like very conical essentially in shape.
You've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, haven't you?
Yes. There's also one more thing that's part of that. That's part of the. You'll see later, but you'll see. Yeah. So
she's got a 4-stage potion rocket in the background.
Yeah, she looks suspicious like Cece. Glasses on. Very kind of like not arrogant or anything, but just kind of like not pompous either. Really, just kind of like.
Flamboyant,
but not really super high class, but like just flamboyant and she's got fashion skills, but she's not like
she's drag queen flamboyant.
I guess closer to that. I guess
without being an actual drag queen.
Sure.
Confidence.
But she's got some odd. She has odd choices for put away for her choices. Too much lipstick, essentially, stuff like that. Just odd choices that don't really fit very well. But she does have some skill. Clearly, she's just not the best fashion. But she's
clearly got a theme and she likes it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, you'll see a bunch of potions on her too. Just potions like she has like almost like a basically like almost not a bandolier, but close to that. Basically, a belt of potions on her, essentially. So you see a bunch of She almost like a belt of potions all around her on her sides, and she's like just has them inside at the time. So.
It's not like the crisscross kind of thing. It's just a belt with the ammo inside, basically.
Yeah. It's not like it's not diagonally across her chest or anything. It's just literally across the belt, or waist area. Actually, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's basically a utility belt for potions.
Yes. So
exactly.
So, as you see her move, like as you walk in, you see her, you start walking, she just moves a little bit. You see them clinking together too. So they're not really that stable, and they're clearly not held together perfectly well. So you never know if maybe she'll crash if she falls or something, or
as soon as I see that, I'm at least taking 10 feet away.
Okay.
Did the belt used to have a bat symbol on it, but it's been scratched off, and now it's a fungus symbol?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's just a funky mushroom-looking symbol.
Yeah, but it's not even bad. It's more like something else is there. But clearly, she made a mistake on when she was doing her drawing on it, and she put something else over it. She didn't bother trying to actually make her do it. She's like, "Yeah, this is good enough. Just write over, draw over. It's fine."
like as soon as I see her and her whole aesthetic, it's like, can I at least ascertain? Like, she's probably the one who did the sign outside.
You kind of
be able to make that
and a similar art style for sure. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Like, oh yeah.
She looks at you guys very happily and merrily. She claps her hands like, "Hello. How are y'all doing?"
I'm fantastic. How are you today?
I'm lovely. The name is Ellie.
Hey Ellie, my name is Krivdar. And I would just like to say that I appreciate your store. We just came here for the first time, and I'm already blown away by the the immaculate hallways and the well-lit stuff is fantastic.
Okay. All right. Can you please roll a persuasion or deception check?
While
Joe?
he's talking, we're putting potions on the counter.
Yeah, put my 2 potions on there.
So there's like a line out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for you, Cryptar, just roll perception or roll persuasion or deception, whatever you think is appropriate. I don't know how much truth you're telling, so it's up to you. Either way, it's the same check. So.
And you've got advantage because of enhanced ability.
Well, it's on the same check.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll do persuasion this time
Okay.
because
So you
I
believe
did.
it. Okay. So you believe it, then go for it. Yeah.
Even though you're using the exact same speech as before.
Yeah, you're literally
Oh.
copy pasting your speech.
Nat 20.
And it worked. He had the first shop was the practice
Didn't even
dry
need-
run. This is the real moment.
Didn't need it.
Natural 20 on his thing.
God damn it! Why do you have to do this to me? All right, this poor lady she sees that 494. She's happy. She's so excited. She sees your face and just sees like all the good vibes coming out of you. You know, you see all these like positive energy coming out of you. Just like, oh, see, someone understands. Like every once in a while, I get someone who thinks that it's gaudy or like tacky or something. But you see the pure artist within, right? You understand?
Yeah,
me?
of course.
Gordon's hearing in my head, it's like,
all
no,
the
she's a
effort you
fucking
put
hack.
into it.
I swear to God. Mentally, Gordon's the only one hearing me say this because I think we would still have that link. So it's like,
Yeah, I haven't turned it off yet.
yeah, it's like, dear God, this lady is like not gaudy. Everything about her is gaudy. I hate her. Thank you, Ripcar.
All right.
Cryptar's rolling really well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
So, if you could just be so kind as to make a potion, if it's not out there, of slowing, where you would slow the person down that was affected by it.
Oh,
Is that-
interesting. But that's more like a poison than a potion. I can do something like that though, if you want to.
Sure, I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that.
Interesting. I would have to add this and this. Add some snake venom here and this thing. Some ghoul venom. I can say that. Yeah. You can give me maybe a day or two. I can craft some stuff up for you.
Oh, sure. I would. I don't mind that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it kindly.
Cool. That's good. But just so you know, I haven't made a potion like this before, so it might be on more experimental side. So can't really guarantee the results super clearly unless you test it first, which is going to be a little hard. Don't know how patient people you want to test slowing. Putting poison into. So
I hear you. Well, we can test it when it's ready. 100% for sure.
Screws up, and instead of slowing them down, it just speeds up their heart
the heart attack.
Well, I'm asking more as an aside to Krivdar. I'm like, it's most potions people have to drink, so you're not trying to trick an enemy into drinking this, right? So how do we deliver it? Maybe you throw it and it expands into a cloud, and anyone.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's either throw it or put it on.
Okay.
You're thinking like a gas type of thing rather than a liquid.
Yeah.
A tear gas bomb, but everybody infected is like, oh no,
Exactly. They move it slow like sloth. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a marijuana bomb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dramatic.
Some dumb kids popped a stink bomb in my store yesterday, where it was the whole store stunk for a half hour. Anyway, sorry.
Really?
Oh
How
man.
people do that?
Yeah.
So dumb. Oh.
Yeah. Damn teenagers. Anyways.
It's right up there throwing the cherry bombs in the toilet to make them blow up.
I guess. Yeah.
I never did that, but I've heard about it.
I've heard about that. It actually happened in my elementary school once.
No.
After the slow bomb goes off, they get hungry all of a sudden for some reason.
All of a sudden, yeah.
I mean, it's basically just an LSD bomb at that point, isn't it?
Okay.
As
Yeah.
long as they slow down, that's the bottom line.
So Krivdar, I'm sorry if you were still talking. Continue. I just wanted to that was more for me clarifying what you were looking for.
More of an aside.
So yeah, once you compile the proper ingredients, test it out, and then we'll work over the price afterward.
Sure. I'll tell you, I don't know how difficult it's going to be, but probably not. It's kind of hard because just slow is not the lowest level spells, but it's not that high level either. So I could probably do something like that. I just don't know if I can.
I believe in your ability, so I know you can do it.
Aw, she blushes a bit. She's like, aw, such a sweetheart. Okay, so that's Cryptar.
And then I'm gonna give her some ice cream.
Oh, what's this?
This is not first flavor ice cream. We're kind of like.
It looks a little melty, so I'll cast a frostbite cantrip on it just to kind of firm it up a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Go.
Oh, it's like a ice, ice cone or something, or frost shipped ice.
Yes, you can say that, but it's delicious. Try them.
We are a part mercenary, part ice cream shop.
Yes. That's right.
The dairy
We
do-gooders.
sling the ice creams of justice.
Our matron is known as the Dairy Queen.
Exactly.
Oh
That's
my
good.
god.
Our natural enemy is the Burger King.
There could be only one.
Type in
And
this,
his minion,
in chat.
Baskin Robbins.
This what should be your guys' team name now. The Daring
Dairy
Do-Gooders.
Dairy good.
Daring, I think Dairy. Daring Do-Gooders. Oh, well. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, she seems happy. She tries it immediately. She doesn't like wait at all. She doesn't hesitation. She just touches it and starts eating and drinking and eating it. There's no. You can tell she's someone who's not like who's experiments a lot in general and is willing to try her own stuff and deal with the results essentially afterwards.
And immediately trusting this random stranger who just happens to give her ice cream
yeah,
in a poison shop.
yeah, literally, she has no fear at all. She just goes for it. She eats. She's like, oh, this is pretty good actually. What'd you say? Which flavor you said?
This is we're calling it Death by Chocolate at the moment, but we may change it.
Okay, cool. Hey, so if I like this, we're gonna get more.
Where do I get more?
Yeah, we're gonna buy it.
Well,
the
we're
first one's
still
free.
sort of a startup at the moment, but once we've got a official storefront, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because the first one's free, and then after that, we're gonna have to charge you for it. That's just how it is.
Hope it's addictive, right? You laugh.
Oh, it's not addictive at all. The sugar is not considered to be addictive by any means whatsoever. People eat sugar daily and never get addicted.
Oh god, I think this campaign ends with the whole city is going to be like just craving like your ice cream.
Yeah, Gordon's hearing in his head. It's like, oh, good, we're drug dealers now.
Yes.
Gordon repeats over to him. We're not drug dealers. We're selling specialty goods to a willing audience.
Yes, you're confectionaires, So it makes it okay.
That's a drug dealer. We're just specializing in ice cream.
Street pharmacist.
Street pharmacist. Yeah, wow. That doesn't cause any problems at all.
We're giving free samples to entice them to buy stuff from us. We could literally become drug dealers if we wanted to.
Well, we saved that as Plan B. Plan A is we stick with food because that's less likely to get the local cops down on us.
I mean, we can just always hide the drugs in the ice cream and that makes it in the flavor.
It's our special flavor. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for the more baroque flavors of it's like, hey, ever wanted to eat a dead body but didn't want to have the flavor of a dead body?
Have you ever wondered what people taste like?
We're basically Sweeney Todding this thing.
Yeah.
We go out on our adventuring, we kill things, we bring it back and put it as food in our products that we sell.
Well, we're 100% recycling based. We don't let anything go to waste.
It's true.
Yes.
You're upcycling. So you're really doing it to combat climate change. So you're actually doing a good job.
Remind me, who was the one who made Sweeney Todd? It was
I don't know that.
It's Tim Burton.
No, like the person who made the actual play.
Okay.
No
idea.
I'm Googling it right now. So.
Okay, I'll go up to the desk and be like, how much for these potions?
Okay.
I have Watchful Rest.
Steven Sondheim.
And Vitality.
Oh, he's run a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if maybe we should just incorporate
Watchful
our
Rest and Vitality.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Vitality, sorry.
So what I'm looking for the pricing and Watchful Rest, Vitality, and then if they have multiple of the giant strength potions, like maybe what's the price range from like the low strength to high strength?
Okay, let me see. I'm trying to see what the heck this be. It's hard to find actual decent numbers here.
Millions of dollars.
Well, it depends. The most expensive one would be a lot, like because it goes to legendary, which is like the Storm Giant. But like, let me see.
Yeah.
1 million pesos, which
Okay.
equals just one.
Let me just figure out what this. So you said Watchful Rest. Watchful Rest is going to be common actually, so that's actually not too expensive. We'll say that's like 50 gold.
Okay.
So that's too cheap. And then he said the other one was Vitality.
Vitality.
Okay, let me look for that. So let me verify what that is. Vitality. That's very rare. That's expensive. So very rare is going to be basically so it goes common, uncommon, rare, very rare, and then the legendary. So very rare is super expensive. It's going to be probably like, let's see, probably like 1,000 gold or something. Like, so it's going to be a ton for that.
Okay.
It's okay. Cryptar's had his practice run. He's ready to do this.
So.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, wouldn't that persuasion check go into helping?
Oh yeah,
that?
this is base cost.
Right.
So this isn't cut yet. So I'm not cutting yet.
Okay.
So this first just the general.
Right.
We'll do that afterwards. Figure out how much you can cut it. But yeah, so it's 1,000. But that's 1,000 gold by default. So 1,000 plus that's 1,050 gold for your stuff. And you said you want potions of strength, right? Potions of strength is going to be.
Yeah, maybe give me a couple of different, like hill giant, stone giant, something like that. Like, what are a couple of
Okay.
different types of ranges on the pricing?
Okay, so giant strength we have everything from hill giant is uncommon, frost giant and stone giant are rare. That's 23. Rare is fire giant, which is 25. Cloud giant is 27. That's what she's up to. So basically, it goes cost wise. It's like 50 gold for the what's even 50 more. That's like 200 gold for the uncommon, which is the hill giant strength. Then probably be like basically 200 gold for that, and then rare is gonna be like
maybe fire giant. What would you say? Because that's 25 strength on fire giant. What would that one be?
That's rare. Yeah, that's gonna be right below. That's below the rare, which is usually 1,000 gold or something like that, right? So this is gonna be like we'll say like
probably 500 range.
Yeah, probably like that 500 range. Well, it's maybe less than that because usually it's more like it's usually more exponential. But like let's say so it's like, but we'll say it's like 250. Actually, no, so that's bad. That's bad. I was wrong. I said 200 for the. Sorry, I said 200 for this. So
yeah.
Let me get better numbers. So
I mean, 500 sounded fair when you said that.
yeah. Let's do 20. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do.
You know he's incorrect. He's giving fair prices on these things.
Yeah, because it's just rough for this. So we'll say 500 gold for that. For the rare.
600? Is that what you said?
500. 500 for the fire giant strength. If you want that one.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm adding them to my list, and then maybe we'll see what we can get when I'll get all of our potions on the table.
Sure.
Well, if you're getting those three, like if you said like 500 for that one potion, said 500 gold for
500 for the higher, like fire giant.
The fire giant strength,
right?
25
like,
strength. Yeah.
Those 200 for that very first one, 1,000 for the second one, and then 500 for the third one.
Well, there was Watchful Rest was 50, Vitality was 1,000, Hill Giant is 200, Fire Giant is 500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not perfect, like,
but
yeah.
You're looking at close to like 2,500 to 3,000 gold.
I mean,
if you're getting the lot,
1,750. If I got those four, it would be 1,750. But I'm not going to get two giant strengths. I'm just curious about them.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Because none of us are strong. I think one of us, from time to time, should probably do something if we need.
Yeah, because I got an 8 strength. It's like I am more like shooting and dodging kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it might be easier for you just to get like an actual like item, magic item that buffs it permanently, or at least attuned to it, or that way you can have something that you can use instead of just having it. Because potion wise, you can use potions too, but that potions will get more expensive over time if you're using it regularly. But you know, it depends how often you use it. Very rarely, then potion's good. You know, but yeah.
Yeah. I figure for now, a potion 110 use might come in handy.
Sure.
I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
So yeah, what else? What everybody else got?
So you wanted rare, right?
Oh yeah. So obviously.
You're getting rare. The rare one.
I'm not buying anything yet. I wanted the prices, and now I'm like thinking at the counter while everybody else talks about their potions that they were looking at.
All right.
Okay.
So
then I was looking into the
clairvoyance
and
read thoughts.
and mind reading.
Detect thoughts.
Yeah, detect thoughts, basically.
Okay, so you're looking for detect mind reading. Yeah. Okay, that is going to be. Yeah, we'll say is this. So this is for. Damn, so many things. This is rare, so this is closer to 500 if I get gold again. So this is also 500 gold for this too, because it's rare. So,
okay.
Let's establish this
for both. Oh, and that's just for the one. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
And the detect thoughts, mind reading one.
Okay, detect thoughts.
Wasn't that one?
That was my reading. You said you want command or you want clairvoyance? Sorry.
I'm looking at both of them.
Oh, so my reading is the rare one, which is 500 gold. The clairvoyance one is going to be rare as well, so actually they're both 500 gold. You're right. Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking at 1,000 gold total. So we'll see if we can get that dropped down if we do a collective group buy.
Do a big purchase, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gordon just wanted to find out. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, weren't you looking at healing? I was throwing it to you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So Gordon want to know the price of the healing potions, but mainly he wants to know what the rules are for the shop for figuring out what the potions in the bargain bin actually do. Because like none of them are labeled, and they're just like 12 different flavors of stuff in there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like, are we allowed to like pop open the calf and sniff it? Do we just have to buy it random and hope it does something good?
So.
Is it a grab bag?
Well, it's kind of a grab bag. Basically, these potions are potions that are experiments, we say of mine, and we're not super sure what they do. I couldn't test all of them at the same time, and some of them were kind of like leftovers. So I don't actually remember what they do. That's why I don't label them. If I didn't know what they were, I would at least have sold it somewhere else. But like, put it somewhere, and if I knew exactly. But these are kind of like, could be whatever potions. I don't know. So because they're very cheap. So yeah.
But like rule wise, are we allowed to like pop open the cap and sniff it to try and figure out what we do?
Oh yeah, what they do. You can do that for those potions. Yeah, normally I wouldn't let you just take potions and just open it up and just sniff it around. I'm a little concerned about you spilling it. For these potions, I'm fine. So, if I were you, I would take it to the chamber over there. She points over to the section that looks like this kind of like almost like it looks like a radiation zone kind of thing, or people go to get like cleaned off or to get purified,
decontaminated.
Yeah, decontaminated.
Yeah. Also, our detect magic thing is up. Or is the bargain bin lighting up?
Yep, everything seems to be lighting up.
Okay,
so they're all seem to be magic.
Okay. So at the very least, they have a magical
anything
effect.
In there really glowing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, some of it is glowing definitely harder than others. So it's up to you.
Well, actually, detect magic lets us learn the school of magic at least. So it's like if I just pick a random potion from the bargain bin, like what kind of school of magic can I at least detect? Okay,
let's see. We got all sorts. We got literally pretty much everything. You put every single type you imagine is there. You have conjuration, necromancy. That's potions of healing in general. But evocation, abjuration, transmutation, divination, enchantment, and illusion. So literally all of them.
Oh, okay.
All at least in general, not in one, but like.
There's that one color that is just like
it
super
literally
radioactive.
It literally was the Burger King mix the fountain drinks kind of thing. Like, it's like it's supposed to do all these. It has all these different elements in it from all these different schools of magic, but you put it into one thing, it just basically is shit.
Yeah, it's like food.
Diarrhea.
That's right.
So when the guys are done with their orders, Gordon will grab like a group of potions, bring them over to the safe area, and we'll do like a quick checkout to see like what one seems safe to buy.
Okay.
This one's just bottle of nitroglycerin. You shook it and boom.
Yeah.
My hand.
My hand.
Well, your hand's gone. You got glass everywhere.
Bad.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna go experiment with that. While you're doing that, what else are you guys looking at to buy?
That was pretty much.
Actually, there was one specific type that Gordon was interested in. If there's any enhanceability potions, specifically for bear's endurance.
Oh, you're talking about a potion that would basically give you the equivalent of the. Okay, spell. So let's see what the spell. Let's see the spell.
Yeah, because it's a really good spell, but it's concentration, and if I can have a potion to do it, and then be able to concentrate on other stuff, that would really help out for like these arena fights.
So it gives you like the equivalent of a warcaster feat of able to have advantage on concentration.
Well, it does. I've got Warcaster, so I'm not super worried about that. But it's like extra hit points. But more importantly, we could give it to one of you guys without Warcaster, and you can keep your concentration up really long.
Okay.
I don't have a whole lot of concentration spells.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be more like a scroll, essentially. It wouldn't be like a potion because you just be like, at that point you might as well just cast a scroll. What's the name of the spell?
Enhanceability.
Okay, enhanceability.
And then it's just got 6 different flavors, so.
Yeah. This is like the concentration.
I'm looking through like the. Yeah, I'm looking through the potions on D&D Beyond, and there's one called Potion of Advantage. You get an hour. You get an advantage on one ability check, attack roll, or save. So that'd probably be the closest thing to what you're looking for in a potion form.
Like, it's like the mode of possibility kind of thing where you just get up.
Exactly. That's only one time. This is enhancement would be like a full hour of essentially. Yeah. So it's
right.
So you can, but if you want potion magic, you get potion advantage. That'd be cheaper. But if you want potion of enhanced elements or enhanced ability. Fourth level spells cost between 500 to. It depends on this. It can be expensive.
Well, it says a second level spell.
Yeah. Oh, it's fourth. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Second level spell. Okay.
Yeah, enhanceability second level.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I can send to the game log.
Okay, here you go. So it's okay. Let's see. So boom. All right. So a second level spell would be probably like equivalent of like about 100 GP.
Okay.
So it's significant, but it's not like. It's quite a bit actually, but like it's still like it's a spell that lasts a while. So
all right,
so yeah, we'll do that. I gotta actually create like a list of just the stuff, and it'll be easier when we do this stuff. Because right now it's like just look it up, and it's like people have all sorts of opinions and whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, cool.
All right,
okay.
So if
I know what potions I want to buy. Where are you guys all at?
I just need you guys to join me with checking out these discount ones because I'm really good at making stuff. I'm not that great at identifying stuff.
I have identify.
Well, all we can really do is,
if you're willing to like.
And I mean, I can ritually cast it if we have 10, 12 minutes.
Same. I mean, we could both just ritually cast just grab a potion each and then do at least one. Yeah. Unless you're wanting to spend like a couple of hours, because yes, we can do it, but it takes 11 to 12 minutes. Like,
she probably would want just chilling in the shop for like 10 hours, just identifying potions. Let's say.
I mean, if we could basically say hey, if we come by 2 or 3 hours each day and help you identify what these are, could you give us maybe a discount? Because we could basically it doesn't cost us anything to identify. If we do it ritually, 2 people doing it one potion at a time, it's like we can cover a lot more ground.
Hey, if we're being technical, there's a material component to identify with which is 100 gold pieces worth of pearl.
But it doesn't consume it.
As long as you have it. I'm assuming you guys each have your.
Oh, okay.
Because
I just wanted.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that earlier. Actually, it's
that was before. Yeah, this was like pre-show kind of thing, and because I'm an artificer, I
gotcha.
I only need material components if it's consumed, but otherwise, if it's like material components that has a value if it's consumed, but if it's not, artificers don't need it because we use science to fudge the magic.
Okay. So what she'll tell you is
well, how about this? We don't want to spend all day here. Is there Gordon? Is there a certain school of magic potion you're looking for, or you just want random stuff? Because we can see if there's something that's
probably
we can identify.
See, abjuration and enhance it's an enhancement. Probably abjuration and illusion would be the safest bets. Because if you consume those, it's very unlikely it's going to kill you.
I mean,
Gotcha.
illusion would be like
So, yeah.
invisibility.
Yeah. So is our detect magic picking up any really strong vibes of either of those schools that we'd want to identify?
Okay, you said abjuration. What's the other one?
Illusion.
Illusion.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going for the potions least likely to, like, you drink it and then you explode.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there are some. There's
No,
one.
no evocation.
There's
Yeah.
one. Oh, evocation too. Okay. Okay, now we get a no evocation. Okay. All right. So there's one particularly
No
strong one for.
no evocation.
Yeah. No. The one particularly strong one for abjuration. It seems to be glowing the brightest of all of them in general. It's the strongest one. It seems to be the strongest magic signature of any of them in general. But yeah, like she's like, I don't know what this does because it's not like a. It's not just a normal. It's not just like we mixed a bunch of stuff. It goes to abjuration, but it also goes to a couple other schools as well. So it's abjuration and what's it? Enchantment and the other one. Oh, and transmutation.
Necromancy.
Transmutation.
Yeah.
So
Transmutation,
See, transmutation. Yeah, I don't want to be turned into a frog. Okay, I will
I mean,
identify that.
is that true? It can transform other things too. It doesn't have to transform you. You never know. I mean, but yeah, so yeah, basically,
Gotta kiss the frog.
Llama, he's supposed to be dead.
But yeah, definitely get
The
that one
illusion
checked
stuff
out.
be, like,
And
the
like,
mind control?
well, I'm thinking like mirror image or like blur or something like that. I mean, even invisibility would honestly be really beneficial. So, but yeah,
I'll identify that one.
I mean, there's oil of
Maybe
etherealness. You have the D&D Beyond spell list or potion list.
yeah. But yeah, so Bane, I'll have them one identify the super adjuration potion, and the other identify an illusion potion out of the bucket.
I'll take
Or
the
the,
illusion one.
bin.
And
Okay.
Okay, sorry, there's a lot to do. I'm trying to remember what's
so
going on.
basically, me and Ekris are gonna take one of those potions. Like the one's gonna take the illusion, the other's gonna take the abjuration. We're gonna ritually cast identify, and then figure out what that potion does.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll do the abjuration and other stuff potion that you described. What is it when I cast identify on it?
Okay. Okay, so it does not appear to be an actual it identify works on stuff that it tells you what it is and tells you like properties of it. It can't tell you. It's not a specific spell that's like known. So it's like it's not like it can't identify like a random thing as like Bob's Burger of thing, because it doesn't know what that is. Like you have to kind of have some like it's not like a known spell. So it's like basically all you can tell that from it is that you know the properties from it because you got that from the Detect Magic, and the identify spell just tells you that like it will like you're taking the one's abjuration one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The abjuration it would tell you it would protect you in some way, and against like attacks of a physical kind essentially, and it would by creating some sort of illusion. So you might be able to guess an idea what that is. Basically, you might have an idea that you might guess that like it's something like related to like a blur or something equivalent of that mirror image, kind of stuff. So it might be some kind of wonky version of that.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm. That's good information.
Okay.
Yeah, we could make a
And
guess.
then-
So I described that to.
Yeah, that's the best thing to figure out at least. Okay, and what's the other one?
And I did the illusion one for identify,
Illusion spells. Okay. Let's see.
which
Basically
both of us are like taking 11 minutes to do this simultaneously. So we're both. Then once we figure it out, then we start explaining to Gordon.
I try to do mine in 10.95 minutes.
Like during the whole thing, it's like I'm just muttering, "Show off."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a wizard.
Okay. So also, again, these are like these aren't like the stage straight spell again, so that they're wonky versions of them. So they might not do exactly what they're intended to do. Like that, but yeah. So,
it's like it'll do it, and maybe something else.
Yeah, exactly. So this one.
Yeah, but we're gonna get them at a discount.
Exactly.
So we get
the most
wonky
important thing-
invisibility for like half
Yeah,
price.
it's like, yes, you get blur, but you get chicken feet out of it.
Yeah. So this one is not as.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
It's not as strong, but like basically, it seems like yeah, there we go. So basically, this is going to be like more like a you. Basically, it seems like what you can do with this is you can essentially modify written language. Essentially, it gives the idea like you can take language that you see and modify it in some way to make it like hidden to some degree, kind of like spell illusory script, which basically lets you cast spells that only you can read, or other people you want to read can read. So you can kind of do a wonky version of that again.
Okay.
It's a level spell. It's only a level spell, but like it can do some version of that. So, yeah.
All right, I'll take those both up to the counter with my healing potion.
Okay. So normally a potion that's like level 1, or basically a spell or scroll would be like level 1, be like 50 gold. But this is like quarter of that, so it's only 12 gold.
All right.
So 12 gold for that, and then the other one is we said is basically that. So we're gonna find this out. What level is the spell? So we can figure out how much it costs.
Illusory script is like a first or second level spell, I want to say.
Okay, so this is going to be a little higher. This is going to be like I won't tell you what the spell level, but it will just say this. The cost would be like this is the equivalent of like a 25 gold.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, both super cheap.
So the wonky protection was about 50, and then the wonky script was about 25. You said.
No, it's 25 and 12 for the discounted bin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally they would have been higher, but
we get that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and this is not counting the discount you're getting from Cribdar at the end.
Cribdar, yeah.
Cribdar.
And because we're doing a big bulk purchase.
Yeah. So far for all the potions, it's 2,787 at cost.
Oh God. Okay.
That's not including Ekris's, or actually no, that is including Ekris. Never mind. So that's all.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get all those that so it's going to be less.
Right,
than
but
that,
that's like if we did, that's like
right.
If we bought the entire lot, yeah.
This is what we'd be spending so far before discount.
Yeah.
Oh. It's not going to be terrible.
Did anybody throw any potions of healing? What are the price ranges on healing, greater healing, superior healing? I'm asking the clerk. What are the prices for all these different healing spells?
Let me verify this. What was it last time? What was it? Well, you did tell me. You remember, Vagar, Wolf. It was the same as your list. So what was your list for potions?
Oh, fine. Let me double check real fast. I believe I had it at a 2 times increase for all of the stuff, and I believe it started at, it was either 25 or 50 for the basic healing potion.
25, I believe. So let me check. You can check that.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up.
Potion of Greater is an uncommon. So whatever price equivalent that would be.
Okay, let's see.
Obviously, potion of just regular healing is common.
Yeah. Okay.
So I still have a potion of healing in my bag, or actually 2 of them. They're like 100 gold piece for just a regular potion of healing.
Well, 100 is higher than just a basic potion of healing.
That is the basic potion. Potion of healing 2d4 plus 2. That's what D&D Beyond is saying anyway.
How much do you need, Beyond saying?
Oh, that might be because I have 2 in there, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is.
So maybe it's 50 gold apiece.
50 gold?
Yeah, for my thing, Van, I had at 50 gold pieces for the basic healing potion, and then every, this is just off my personal game, every increase up was a 4 times in cost. So the medium healing potion was 200, the greater one was 800, and the supreme was 3,200.
So 4 times, you said?
Yeah.
So standard, medium,
So cheap one is 50, medium is 200. The effectively large one was 800, and then the highest tier was 3,200.
Okay, well, those aren't the right names, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I because I'll look up later with actual names. Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay, cool. So we'll go with that. So
greater is 40.
Oh, yeah.
Greater is 4d4 plus 4, so that would be your 200. Superior would be 8d4, so that would be your 800. Supreme 10d4, it would be your 3,200.
It's really weird that like
right.
D&D Beyond will show me the cost of a potion of healing, but when I go to greater, it doesn't show the cost.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make
There's
sense.
an article somewhere about like magic items cost is up to your DM to determine the local economics. But healing is a common item like a rope, so that's why it's listed.
So dumb.
Yeah, so basically the one base one's 50 though, so we'll just go off 4 times that. So 4 and then blah blah. Man, let's see, back here. So many stupid things to look through.
For me, I'm good on healing because I just have the 2 potions of healing. That'll be good for me, and then I have cure wounds if I need it.
Okay.
I remember I gave Grivdar a potion of healing to use in the last campaign and the last meeting, but I don't think we actually used it, so he probably still has that somewhere.
It's very possible.
Didn't we who did we take it out of their off their person and shoved it down their throat?
No, that's what we did. Cryptar took it off Ekrist and poured it down his throat.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got knocked KO.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's probably why you lost that potion. So technically you did give it to him, but he used it to use on
He saved your life with it, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew there was something where I didn't have a potion that I had. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, what I'm interested in is 2 of the Watchful Rest potions. They're $50 gold each. The Fire Giant Strength potion, that's 500. And then I think maybe a Greater Healing potion for 200. So I'm looking at 800 for me before discount.
Sure.
It's slightly under 100 gold for Gordon's.
Okay.
Yeah, yours is
2 bargain bin ones and a basic healing, yeah.
So 37 plus 50, so
87, yeah.
1,887 is our total before discount.
All right, was anything you're gonna get, Griftar?
Okay, because you're looking at the 2.
What's that? I'm still waiting. She said it would take 2 days to make.
That's right.
Yeah, he's getting a custom one.
That's right. So you're counting that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the custom poison.
All right. Yeah, it's basically equivalent poison or magical concoction. Okay, cool. Got it. So 1,887. Okay. So and you rolled a nat 20, so it's gonna go down.
I did
roll of 22. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna roll to see how much percent you get off. Let's see how much it goes off. Damn. Okay. Cool. So basically, you get.
That sounded like a lot.
It is a lot. I rolled an 80.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
Damn.
Like 80% off?
Yeah, normally it wouldn't be any close to this, but basically the number has to vary, right? It's not it's not 100. If I rolled a 1, then I want to give you guys 1% off. That would be bullshit. But so there's a minimum threshold, and there's probably a max threshold. But basically you're basically going to get the max threshold equivalent essentially. So we'll say you get the equivalent of basically 60% off for all these potions, which is still a crazy deal. But yeah.
Damn.
Times 0.6.
Yep, she likes you a lot.
Yeah.
Cryptar is so charming. What can you do?
Yeah, boy.
It's okay. You also said that you'd help her out, maybe. So she likes the fact that she has people who might help her with her experiments, and you tested stuff for her. So now she gets to know what happened to her thing and see if it worked out.
Yeah. So that would put us at, if we take a 60% cut, it's 1,132 gold.
Mine is slightly below 35 gold, so.
Well, you say
I'm doing it collectively.
1,887, right? So multiply that by
1,800. Yeah, 1887.
It's basically 60% off. So basically if I thought my calculation, it's 754.8. So 75, let's say. So that's basically if it's 40% of the cost, say 60% off, then it's 755 gold essentially. So yeah, you guys got almost 2k worth of potions.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Right.
Yeah.
For 755 gold. So
we've learned to use Cryptar's chaoticness for good.
Yeah, it also helps that you're buying on bulk, so kind of bulk.
So of the three of us, what should we each chip in?
Just chip in.
Or should we just do like
materials?
Our 60%? Do we just do the 60% equivalent of what our things are?
Yeah. So everybody's buying their own stuff. So whatever it is, basically times it by 0.4.
So for mine's 1,000, I'm paying 600 gold.
Well, no, it's 60% off.
So
you'd
I'm
be paying 400.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's even. You're right. It is even cheaper.
So.
Gordon, I know you spent a bunch of money on the shield stuff, so I'll cover your potions. Which
No, I got it.
So it comes about 3. Please let me do this for you.
All right.
You're the cook, right? It makes keep you happy.
3. So R2 will come to 335. 335.
Minus 40 platinum.
Alright.
And then we need to go and buy me the components for enchanting. Because during this whole thing, I'm still like, reading while also like perusing and doing all this stuff.
Sure.
And a components list compiled, or at least a general components list.
Is this somebody's craft a shield or something different?
Just enchanting in general, but
Okay.
yeah, mostly specifically
like if
towards
he needs,
that.
like a magical screwdriver or.
Do I need like any kind of specialized tools or components to help with this enchantment?
Sure. We'll say we'll say you can pick up even here. Probably you can pick up here. Like it's like some basic spell components that you use to like enchant things. Like it's just very low stuff, but like it's all you need, right? So you already have.
I just need
stuff. So.
I just need like raw materials to help with the thing. Because I have like the base materials to like make the thing, but I don't have like whatever I need to infuse an enchantment.
Sure.
So I already have the instruction booklet, or at least to give me directions, but I just need the raw materials to help with it. So.
Okay. So it depends how many items you're making essentially with it, how big the item is, but like we'll say it's somewhere between 10 and 50 gold, So if the bigger it is, the more gold to spend.
So to basically, if I just want to like at least get started on the shield.
The shield you'd have is mithril stuff, but you don't need anything else for the shield. The shield's already good to go, basically.
I think he needs like
forge it, and then put the ice sheath on and basically help shape an effect onto it. So what the enchantment
yeah. So this would be like the equivalent of like glue, for example, or like magical nails to like keep the entire construct together, etc., etc.
Okay, just basic stuff then. Sure. I mean,
I already have the forge materials, but from before. It's I just thought like with enchanting, do I like need any like additional things to infuse magical energy into this thing?
I don't really think you need for anything. If it's very low level stuff, then it's like I don't think you really need anything else special.
So it's the equivalent of like a +1 shield plus extra.
Oh, okay. You want to actually enchant it with okay.
That's the whole point. It's like I'm making him a magical shield.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's the mithril spoil.
I'm putting like it's made out of mithril, but I'm also putting the ice sheath on it. So I'm hoping to like use that towards making a magical effect. Either I'm trying to like what he was describing for, if somebody hits the shield, they get a negative effect. Like if they connect on an attack, they get a negative effect. So that's the enchantment.
Well, considering how expensive the mithril was, we can say that the mithril essentially acts as well enough as like a material has enough magic residue to like act essentially as adhesive to like or to do whatever you need to do to use the ice sheath.
Plus the ice sheath is kind of like the sealant around the
mithril. Exactly, as we use the cover, and then just using your magic to bind the ice sheath mithril into the shield, and then
so basically the enchantment process is during when I'm forging the mithril around the shield, and then the ice sheath is like the covering.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't need any new material then.
Nah, I don't think so for that. You're good.
Okay.
For that, yeah.
Okay. So I guess if we're done here, we just go back and we just see how well or bad I fuck this up.
Sure.
Yep.
So
Well, actually, I would still need to like go through the forging process of just making the wooden part, because then the mithril is the coating, and then the ice sheath along with it. So, fun.
Okay.
Van, I found something. It's not an official source, but it seems like a relatively decent one for like getting a feel for like the cost and time for making magical items.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I haven't looked back and look at it, but yeah, if you can't send it to me, I'll look through it later. Cause,
Yeah,
that's a good idea though, because there are a bunch of people who've done stuff like that. Because a lot of things in D&D aren't defined at all. Like Pathfinder's opposite. Pathfinder defines like everything. Like it's kind of good in some ways, bad in some ways. But like yeah, it just there's lack of definition of things like this, like crafting material especially, and like that gets very complicated quickly. Especially on and like the quality of stuff, and even rarity is not always the best thing. Because some uncommon things are really, really good, some aren't. So there's something called Sane Magical Items, which I have a list of. But that problem is that list sucks. I mean, the list is good, but it's ordered in a poor way, so it's hard to actually find the information you're looking for, even if you're doing the search through keywords. So it's just I'll have to find something better for that, or just take the stuff that I think is more useful. It's a pain. But yeah, that's fine on a quick basis. I'm about to do something later to figure out.
I'm already googling, and it's like it's very like different across the board depending on who you're asking. Like 1 minute, it's like 1 hour per 5 pieces of gold of price in order to craft an item. Creating an item requires 8 hours of work per 1,000 gold piece in the item's base price, or fraction thereof, with a minimum of at least 8 hours. And then other people are putting in other things so it's kind of all over the place depending on what you're building.
Yeah, in general, crafting takes a while in D&D, which I don't like. I think it's kind of unnecessary. I prefer to keep it on the low side because I don't want people to spend like, let's spend a month on this. Because realistically, I would take me a long time realistically to make a big object. But like,
because I'm first doing the woodworking on the shield itself, and then I have to forge the coating around it. With whatever enchanting runes and all that stuff that goes with it.
Yes, so it would take a while realistically, but because of the match system, I cut down time a lot because it'll just take too much time to make anything useful, and then so you want to do
cast haste on me, I'll work faster.
Ripples.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else you want to do here, or go home, or anything else?
I think that pretty much covers our shopping trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay. So you guys go back home. Rinnan's there.
Rinnan sees us. We just got like bags upon bags upon bags of shit. He's like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah. Potions everywhere.
Hey guys.
I ritually cast Tensor's floating disc, so there's just this pile of stuff.
Also, if we could just like retroactively go back and like just while we're like coming back, something like that, or you can go around, find just basically a basic sack the same size as my bag of holding.
Sure. Yeah, you can find that. Yeah.
Like, what would that be for a price? Just so I can.
We'll just say they'll give you a big sack so you think with you.
Okay. Because again, the whole thing is like later on, I'm going to work on a bag of holding, like for real.
Sure.
Because, and hopefully with the fact that it's like I made a prototype, using my artificer bullshit. It's like I think I could cut down on the time frame of building an actual bag of holding.
Okay.
Hey guys, this chocolate's really good.
It is good.
Reddit, we had the most amazing shopping trip. We've got two different shopkeepers that are really yeah. Go ahead. We have the two different shopkeepers that are really interested in some of our new cooking products. We got a pretty good discount on a lot of stuff and an incredible discount at the potion shop. So yeah, we're loaded for days.
Oh, that went better than I expected. I thought you guys were gonna burn things down.
That's put a pin in that.
yeah. I'm about to like chime in, and you're immediately putting your hand over mine. It's like, nah, we're good. We can handle it like champions.
Oh, good. I had a good time here. I was just writing my book. But
how's that going, by the way?
I don't know. I think this chapter is a little bit too sexual. I couldn't get the butt stuff out of my mind.
Well, he was. Cryptar was pretty loud about that this morning. It's understandable. Let me know if you need somebody to proofread for you. I've got minions on command.
Sure, when I'm close to finishing.
Okay.
Well, so what are we gonna do now?
Well, we get this stuff sorted away.
I start pulling out the lumber like a friggin' clown car out of my bag of holding. It's like, like I'm gonna play with wood.
As long as you do it, never mind.
As long as you use protection. Yeah.
Don't worry. It's like I have gloves.
In addition to
Start
that,
pulling out all my wood carving tools or something like that, just making it even worse for the innuendo.
drill bits for days. Yep.
Pretty much. It's like I start dragging it into my room to get started on making the shield.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to whip up some lunch for us, requests, and then we'll probably handle the bounty thing either later tonight or sometime tomorrow.
All right.
I'll chip my head in. Riss, do you want anything special, and when should we do the bounty?
You can probably do it tomorrow morning when we're fresh.
So fresh.
Sounds good. Let me know when you're ready to start the enchanting process. We'll juice you up beforehand.
Yeah. Well, first I'm just gonna start making the shield. It's just gonna be a basic shield base up. It's like leave the pot lid so I can have like a base.
Sure.
Like, oh wait, and I get like a measuring tape, kind of like measuring string kind of thing. It's like okay, start making notes. It's like okay, go away.
All right, Gordon's going to prepare a souffle for the group.
Ooh, souffle.
So fancy.
Yep.
That'd be like wood carving tools, or would that be smith tool checks for making a shield? Like my first shield.
You're making it out of. Is it base metal or is it base wood? I guess.
So like the base itself is going to be made out of that wood that we bought, and then it's eventually going to be coated. So basically, this is going to be in stages. The first stage is just me making the basic wooden shield.
The frame.
Yeah.
The frame. It'll have like like maybe some kind of like metal around to like hold it in place. But eventually, like before I even put those bindings on it, it's going to have the coating later. So so first step is just wood into shield.
Okay, so we'll start with wood carving then for the initial part.
Okay.
Oh, I'll bop you up with the enhance ability when you need it. So let me know.
And I have guidance when you need it.
Sure. Yeah. It's like it's hard to do because it's like an out over the course of a period of time, so you can't like you can't just keep slapping with guidance as you work.
Well, enhance ability lasts for an hour. Probably.
I'll take the advantage with the enhanced ability because I just rolled a 14.
Yeah, guidance is more for like temporary checks, like very different than that. Like
you never know. I can hold his hand through the whole procedure.
I mean, guidance can be like just like occasional tap on the shoulder to just rah. But you're there the entire time.
Yeah, I'm bored already. I've been just milling about the house, so any interactions with people is...
Well, at least the enhanced ability, the first hour is at least at a 21. So.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you have no trouble making this at all. Like, shields aren't super hard to make in general. Like, and this is you can make a fairly well crafted one. It's pretty light. It's it's well balanced. It's a good shield. It's well made. There's no chip problems or anything like that. It looks like good. Like even if someone who makes arms and stuff like that would be pretty proud with it.
And plus it's a smaller size shield, so it's not even super difficult like in terms of weight and stuff like that. So I guess the next step would be if I can. I don't know how far you can allow me to like get through this like during the rest, because like how long did that whole shopping trip do you feel like took?
Not that long, really. It just felt like
it felt like long because of.
It took a while.
We probably spent longer talking about than we actually did shopping.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Contemplating how we're shopping.
We did some ritual spells.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. We did.
And us walking there.
Spells that took like 11 minutes each time, so that's at least 20 minutes there, plus maybe an hour
perusing.
Sure. So we'll say maybe like a few hours, just like going there back and talking to everyone.
Okay, so it's still like late morning, early afternoon.
Yeah, it's late. At this point, you left around 10, so it's actually around like 2 o'clock, essentially, or 3 o'clock.
Okay, so shields. So shield's done. Then I'm working on the. I'm setting up the enchantment stuff for like the mithril and the ice sheath stuff. Then.
With my 17 performance, this is the type of souffle you guys can chat.
Good thing we can see the actual.
Nice.
So would this would probably be a Smith's Tools check then for at least just getting like the mithril prepared.
Oh, yeah. So just to clarify, you get back around 1.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So you get back at 1, roughly, and then you start working on the shield. The shield will take you some time though. Yeah. Like you can't make the shield quickly. Like it'll take you probably like the rest of the day essentially to make.
So probably tomorrow I can at least get started on the part. Okay.
So. Yeah, because that would take a good amount of time to make properly, and especially because you haven't like done a lot of anything. So, yeah.
So. All right. At least, how long would it probably? Okay, so you said like took me probably like until like evening time. We're about to go to bed, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like 6 or something, like 4 or 5 hours. Okay. But then you're probably like too tired to like continue working. I mean, you could work through the night if you wanted to, but like
I take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's nice about that. So.
I've got enough spell slots to keep enhance ability up on him throughout this entire process.
Sure. So you just keep spamming your enhance ability on him, and then he keeps maintaining it, so he's good. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, because I could do it 5 more times. And
that's 5 hours, so that would carry me through the whole thing.
Is there anything you want to do for the rest of the night, for today at least, this day?
Well, basically, stage 1 is just the shield. We can like take care of the bounty stuff, and if we have time during our session here, or unless you want to do that next session, the bounty.
We could probably do it today session. Yeah, we could do this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, like we'll save like the enchantment stuff for next session, because I think the bounty thing will take us the rest of the session.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So anything else you guys want to do before that night?
I think that pretty much covers it, unless somebody wants additional food made.
Okay. So, all right, so we'll do our flashbacks now. So, basically, as I mentioned in the beginning, basically there's a couple things I want to do. Basically, before you guys left the ice plane. So just watch only one thing. So one thing. So as you leave the ice plane, so basically you're on a flashback. Let's see. Basically, you meet someone you recognize as you leave and they arrive right as you're leaving. Essentially, it's someone new visitor to the ice plane. A place that hasn't gotten, especially hasn't gotten to people in a long time. You're the first in decades, apparently. So you see a person you recognize, Gordon. It's your good old buddy, old pal, Jillian Mild. So. You see her arrive as you're leaving, and of course you recognize her instantly. She doesn't see you initially because she's focusing on the new places, looking around. So it's up to you if you want to interact with her or you want to just ignore her. What do you want to do? But she's recognizing her.
Are we in like a group still? Like when he
you're all together. You're all together as essentially.
Would I have clocked this person too? Because I would have like recognized that person.
This was the image that you saw from the doppelganger the first time we clocked them.
Yeah,
before they revealed their doppelganger self.
So
where it's like, what the fuck?
Like, would I need to roll a perception, or insight or something like that? Just like it's like, is this actually that person based off of the body language and behavior from before, or is this like?
Or is this the bounty that we hit last time? It just went back to that form.
Yeah, is this a doppelganger, or is this actually that person that Gordon hates?
Okay, I mean, you don't know much about her personally, so it's hard to get. You can roll check, but like it's harder to tell.
Well, based on like just at least body language and stuff like that, can I at least recognize would this person be the doppelganger from before?
Sure, I'm here. Yeah,
at least
you can try.
Would that be insight or perception?
We can do.
Yeah, same for me.
Perception?
Yeah, they haven't like it's hard to get insight from like that range,
Okay.
Not bad. 18.
Okay. I'll let him. I'm still keeping that inspiration for the bounty stuff, so
Okay, cool. So like you can't really tell anything. Like they seem it's too far away.
Gordon clearly would know more than I would.
Like even with your crazy high perception, like even your perception was actual perception was bad. Your past perception is still really high. So it helps you quite a bit, but like you can't really tell initially if it appears like mirror to mirror. But you'd be pretty unlikely. Like Amir doesn't really have any reason to be here. They have their own mission to like stop Strahd essentially and do whatever he can. So he really has no reason to be here. So, but he does not appear to be them. So,
would I recognize this as Julia Mild with my 18 perception?
18, yeah, okay, sure. You have a pretty. It seems like her. Like, I mean, she seems pretty astonished to be here. She seems like she's, surprised to see things around her. She's pretty much like, that kind of slack-jawed tourist kind of thing. just walking in like just look at that, like and just you already have you think it's it's a decent chance of her. You don't really know for sure, but you need to interact with her or something. Then just look at her from a distance and see her. So
yeah. Is there anything that is she visibly shivering? Because we're in the ice plane, and usually people can't just come here without protection.
You know that if you're not immune to ice, you basically just straight up die pretty quickly in ice planes. Like you do in a lot of planes, you need to be immunity or something like that. You need something very strong to keep you alive. In a lot of planes, like all of them, most of them. So she seems fine. I mean, how well do you know her? Let's put it this way. How well do you know her?
He knows her more through a burning vengeance than through a personal connection. They've competed against each other in a couple of cooking competitions, and currently she's one up ahead of him.
Okay.
And they've had 5, so she's won 3, he's won 2.
Okay, cool.
I look since we both see her, I just want to go to Gordon. It's like, is that her? Do you think it's her?
It seems like it's probably her. We had a doppelganger last time, which is why I don't want to say for certain.
Oh, if you can give me some boost, an enhanced ability boost, I have an idea to at least find out for certain if it's her. I don't know if it's going to work, but I could use a little boost to help.
I'll juice you up, because this would have been earlier in the day, so we've had spell slots.
And basically, just hold back so you can still see her, but not so close that she gets spooked.
Yeah, I'm going to basically be stealth checking this. So
okay, so as soon as he does that, I'm going to walk up to her, and her name's Julia Miles. Is that what her name is?
Julian. Yep.
It's okay, so it's I go up, and she's basically our size,
she's 3 feet. She's 3 feet.
Cool. Yep. Okay, so we're all the same height. So it's I go up to her, and it's Are you the Julia Miles?
She looks at you like, oh, hello there. How'd you know my name?
I've heard so much about you. I'm a big fan of your work.
Okay, can you roll a perception check?
Yep. So yeah, basically charisma was the one I was looking for advantage. So I should have specified that early, but that's what I was looking for. Screw it, I'm using inspiration. Okay. I really want this stupid moment here to work. Oh, I shouldn't have rerolled it at advantage. Would I have been allowed to do it at advantage twice with that inspiration, or was it just a one roll?
Well, just another roll. So it basically be whatever the first one. Yeah.
Should I just re-roll then just once?
No, that's fine. I mean, basically, you roll a 3 and 9, so we'll just be those.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So
yeah, you roll 18. Basically, you got an 18 though, as your higher roll. So
okay,
or you got 13 as your high roll. So yeah, so 13.
Well, mostly what even if she doesn't believe anything I'm saying, it's I'm mostly doing this just get an insight check on her, just
sure.
Do you, me saying, "Are you Julia Miles?" I'm a fan of your works. Does she get a reaction out of that?
Yeah, she gets a reaction, but she's very confused. She's like, "Oh, well, how do you know my name? I've never been here before."
Oh, mostly I'm wondering, is this genuine confusion? The strangers or genuine confusion I'm using that particular name?
No, she's not confused by the name. She's confused by you just knowing her. And she's like, "How do I get friends in the ice plane? It doesn't make any sense." This is the kind of thing she's thinking. It's insight you might get from her, but you have to do insight check to get more, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, mostly I'm just trying. It's is her reaction based on she is Julia Miles and she's just confused somebody a fan person just somehow randomly knows her, or is she oh shit, my cover's blown?
Okay.
Because she's just another doppelganger who just happens to use her vintage again.
She's the most favorite doppelganger body to use in the multiverse.
That's kind of what I'm trying to determine. Okay. So I'm just wondering if I should do an insight.
Yeah, you need to do insight to figure anything out, because you don't know her very well, and you don't and you just there's not much information you can go off. Okay, 14. That's decent for sure, but you don't really get anything about you just see that she's confused by you. You can't tell why exactly. So it's pretty good, but it's not good enough to tell if she's a doppelganger essentially. A doppelganger. Because doppelgangers especially are really good at their job usually, so they're not easy to detect. They're specifically trained for this whole thing. It's kind of their big thing.
And based on the last person who basically was playing as a doppelganger, like they were a changeling, weren't they?
Yes, they were changeling Amir, and they didn't have to like prove themselves to be here. Usually, doppelgangers tend to like learn the character of the person very well, so they can pass. In this case, because that person's coming from a different plane, they're not expected to be there. They don't have to worry about learning like all the perfect manners and everything. So you would guess that if their person's going somewhere that they're not known, they don't need to like learn all the stuff about her because no one would know her. So why would they need to? You know.
I don't think what I'm going to do next. So basically, can I determine if like from my past experience with that doppelganger with the changeling, did it give the impression like that was a magical like effect, like it gave off a magical aura that just made them look like them, or are changelings far as I can...
Changes physically change their body. It's not just a magic art. In the case of that one, I made it somewhat magical because you hit her and you hit him or Amir at that time, and Amir and him
on their own.
Yeah, so even though it's normally a permanent change, that's not like a like can be just broken like a concentration spies. I made it that way because I felt like that's more fair than because otherwise finding doppelgangers is kind of ridiculous in this game. Trying to figure out who it is because it's really ridiculously hard at times. So I just said it makes sense.
Even though they're probably like thinking this person's full of shit, I'm gonna like double down on this deception and like just go up and give her a big hug. It's like, I love you so much. Like, can I tell if this is an illusion?
Okay, yeah, you can go hug her quickly. Yeah, you definitely tell it's not an illusion at all. There's no illusion or aspects.
No illusion.
I don't know if you had to take magic up. I guess you don't probably, but yeah, you don't have to take magic up.
Well, I could also like do like a part of the deception, like just tap my face, like oh my god, like and tap my goggles and have the detect magic on, because even though it does say vocal somatic, artificers I don't believe need to do that, or do they? Artificers are weird when it comes to actually doing effects. So it's up to you if you think I need to do a vocal somatic component to this.
Yeah, you need because you'd have to do the one somatic component that indicates your cast a spell, because otherwise you basically have the equivalent of subtle spell all the time, which is ridiculously good. So it'd be too good, I think, because you basically have subtle spell and everything on you did. So I don't think that would be the case, even though
could I mean, somatic is basically a spoken thing, so it's like, and spoken is just the intent. So like, could I just say it's like, I just wanted to know if it was you or not, and use that as like the somatic component as my detect magic, or would I need to do a deception?
No, I think you'd have to kind of do a deceive, because people can tell you're casting spells. So you'd have to basically they would tell, assuming they know magic too, they could be able to tell you're casting magic or something. Otherwise, it just becomes again, it'd be like equivalent of being able to do subtle spell on all your stuff by being clever. So unless you hit stuff from somehow, like you deafened or something, or like you hid your hand somebody, then you basically they would see you if they know the spell, your cast spell, they would tell your cast spell.
I mean, I would almost kind of like telling the truth, almost like it's like I just wanted to know if it was you or not, as I'm hitting my goggles to like do the detect magic through those lenses.
It's like, so what do you look like again? You look like a child.
Me?
Yeah, you look like your normal
self.
No,
I still look like a kobold.
Okay, you haven't changed your look appearance. Okay.
No, I'm not. I didn't do like anything on myself. I am literally just a kobold who just came up to her randomly
and started hugging.
Gave her a big hug and like just like see if your illusion. And it's like, oh, I just had to know if it was you or not.
So she smiles at you a bit, but then she also kind of like frowns, like, lad, I don't know what you're doing here, but there's no way you know about me. Come clean, can you? This bit of trickery is unnecessary. If you have any questions, ask me.
Vane, since I was trying to hide earlier, would I have been in range to do my silent speech to Riz?
What's the range on it?
30 feet.
I mean, if you can get behind a building or something. I don't know, she's kind of out in the open. It's not really like, I mean, you could probably find a wall to go around, but like you'd have to like run. She would see you.
I mean, are we like kind of like describe like, are we like in a crowded area, or
no,
like what kind of
like that plane in general is pretty open. Like it's just like kind of like basically think about the entrance to Abe essentially, which is basically means you go basically going into the ice the wall, ice wall essentially. You go to the ice wall, and basically enter. You see this,
Or like out in the wilderness, and she's just randomly here?
No. She's right around the entrance to the city. So you're in the city.
Okay.
And you're the beginning part. The beginning part was where the homes were people essentially.
We're sort of like in a open promenade leading into the city.
Yeah, like it's an open area. It's
okay.
like, and it just happens to be all ice, and like there's homes and people everywhere. But like it's not like super crowded or anything. There's not a ton of people in the city. It's fairly lightly populated city for the most part, and it's pretty open. So there's not really not places like hide for the most part. Like there's some home and stuff, and there might be like one near her, or just to get close to the Sun's Beach. But like you have to like run to get to that point. You want to like see. You want to be able to,
and running is not stealthy.
Yeah, she would see you on the way there. So.
I think he was like setting himself up as I'm going ahead, because I told him like to hang back to like keep an eye on things, like have a second pair of eyes.
Oh, you can try. I mean, you want to try stealth? Go stealth.
Sure, I'll give a stealth check. Oh shit! I forgot I've got disadvantage on that. Well, we'll see how this goes.
Well, you'll be fine, I'm sure.
I know I've got a +2, but
nothing wrong could ever happen.
Hey, even disadvantage.
Total of 18.
Holy shit! Nice. All right, let me roll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got lucky, so. Oh, I rolled that one. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so she has zero clue. She's so fascinated with the new places she's in. She doesn't notice you. Even the person she's
and have this random kobold in a duster and top hat just come up to her.
Yeah, strange kobold person that's totally out of fashion for this place.
Wearing welding goggles for basically.
Yeah, she's very distracted by you. Your experience in the place, the fact that she's in a completely different plane that she's never been to, and seems very fascinated by everything. Is just completely blindsides her. She has zero clue. She doesn't see you running by at all. Even though you're pretty obvious about it. You're not obvious about it, but like, yeah, she just can't tell. You're silent enough.
Gordon will chime into your mind because I assume I got close enough with my stealth check. Ask her or tell her you were a fan of the creme brulee she used in the cooking contest in '96.
I was such a big fan of that creme brulee you did in '96. It was amazing.
Okay, please roll it. Persuasion check in case this is true.
Is it persuasion? Because I'm basically being fed a line, but
it's true information that Gordon knows.
Yeah, it's true, but
it's just you weren't there to.
Yeah,
natural with advantage. It's natural 19 plus 1 for 30 points.
Yeah.
Right,
we're gonna suss out this halfling no matter what.
You could talk to her, just normally, like, barely not.
Yeah, we're distrustful, motherfucker.
No, it's like this is clearly my friend's rival. It's like she's already on the shit list.
Yeah, you don't know if Gordon's full of shit or not. But, all right, let's see. Okay,
I don't think she's full of shit. I think she's just on the shit list, as in she's clearly done my friend wrong, even though she's probably just a normal person who just did it on her own.
Yeah,
you're very loyal.
You have seen Gordon kind of have extreme reactions to people that piss him off, but it's hard to say how much this.
Remember, last time he points her out in the crowd, even though it was a doppelganger, we find out later on. It's like that bitch. It's like,
pretty much.
All she did was be doing a cooking contest. Apparently, that's enough for violence to occur. Okay, cool. So yeah.
We ride at dawn, bitches.
Ride or die.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, she seems to be convinced by yours. Her eyes wide in shock, and she's like, "What? How did you know about that? Did you? Did someone tell you about it, or were you there, or something? I don't understand."
Gordon will chime in. I wasn't there, but I have a friend who saw the cookie contest and could not stop raving about it.
I just kind of repeat that back.
Okay, instead of any more chats, we'll continue with this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, just quickly, is anyone doing anything else, or are you guys kind of waiting around, standing around, Krivdar or Rinan, or rest?
I'm just waiting around,
just observing and watching
probably
the scene.
Yeah, observing.
What's going on?
Watching this.
Risk is acting completely out of character here.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, we informed none of you guys about this. We were just we saw it and we moved in.
Yeah, we both immediately clocked it because of shared experience with this particular visage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping a keen eye, just watching for anything unfunny.
Sure.
Oh yeah, especially for Riddick, because you weren't even here for the original bounty that went by. This is just
I just clocked this person who person who looked like that. It was like, and then Krivdar threw a rock at him.
No, it was
her.
That's right. You threw it. You're right.
And took away the magical image.
So Krivdar threw a rock, and then you used.
I helped it with catapult, so it hurt them.
Yeah, so that should be good.
Otherwise, it was just been a general rock throw, which would be it hurts, but not irritating enough to do hit point damage. And then I decided I'm gonna do catapult and launch it, a rock, at 90 feet in 6 seconds.
Yeah, it basically became it went from like a person throwing a rock to like a professional like baseball pitcher chucking at maximum speed.
It's like dodgeball.
And
yeah.
So it went, and then it basically went from like, oh, it's his rival to my bounty because it looked exactly like the bounty I was chasing.
Okay.
We go through the marketplace. We then it's like get stopped by the guards, and it's like it just snowballed from there. And then we somehow managed to like get out of it without getting arrested, and then helped the person find magic mushrooms.
And we got paid for it.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, but since my character doesn't know any of that,
you're just like,
you don't
what
know
the fuck
any
is
of
going on?
Yeah. I just
all you see is like the general's not stoic, but like the kind of cynical risk, like just suddenly it's like, oh my god, how are you?
Yeah.
If there's any
just see me talk to girls like, I have a plan, roll with me.
if there's anything that needs like a perception check, I'm on the lookout.
Sure. I mean, nothing's happening around here. It just seems like she's there. People haven't seen her yet, really. She's just kind of gasping around, looking around. They haven't really noticed her yet, so they haven't really gone to check on her. But like, yeah. All right.
I'll just like now continue. It's like not only was my friend excited to see all that stuff. It's like we were here for a tournament, and I recognized you from their description. It's like I just had to meet you.
Well, I think I've had my friend from another plane before. It's quite interesting.
Like what are you doing here? We were here just for a tournament fight. We didn't expect to see someone like you here.
Oh, a tournament fight. I didn't know anything about that. I'm just here to learn about the culture, the cuisine here. I'm kind of traveling the world, you might say. Learning about the world's, the planes, different different foods they have, the different, the way they interact with each other. Kind of just, improve my trade. You can always get better, can't you?
You hear Gordon grumbling in your mind. She's trying to steal my shtick. She's trying to improve on recipes that haven't been invented yet. I'm going to get this bitch.
While he's screaming in my mind, I'm just going to do an insight check on what she just said. Like,
okay,
is she
sure.
telling the truth?
Go for it.
18.
That's good. All right, let me do a roll. All right. Okay. Yeah, you seem to do a pretty good job of that. Yeah, she seems completely honest and sincere. Like there's nothing off about it. She seems like she seems her fascination world seems obvious and clear. Like she seems like what you're saying about traveling the world to like learn about other cuisines and improve upon her own stuff. It seems accurate. Nothing seems dishonest about what she's saying at all. Very authentic. So.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, because me and my friends who were in the tournament, we had to give some kind of magical protection, so we just ice play and all that stuff. So it's it would hurt us if we came here. It's how are you able to survive this stuff? It's very fascinating.
Yes, it wasn't the easiest thing. It took me quite a while to get the components to get this magic items I needed. It seems crazy to me, but you need all sorts of stuff just to go into their plane. I had to find this person to get me a magic item to get me immune to the ice that would to come here so I could survive. I had to go to other plane. I had to find some other stuff in other planes. I actually came from their plane as well. I actually came from the Shadowfell just recently. And living there, trying to live there isn't the easiest, I'd say. Kind of drains your emotions, drains your life so out of you. And I actually have this pastry here. You might want to try it. You want to try one of my pastries? You're just a big fan of my work.
Gordon whispers, "Take it, but don't swallow."
Swallow? You put your mouth and not chew.
Well, no. You chew, and then you're that was delicious.
Okay.
Vowel's gonna try to swoop in and grab it out of his hand before he takes a bite.
Okay. Go for it. You want to do it? Go for it. Yeah, do a dex check or do a attack roll essentially. Attack roll.
It's just giant open hands, just holding it.
Crap.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta find this.
Yeah, and
also
basically oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as I see food is now being offered, I start to walk towards you guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm already and I want to do another insight check. It's the minute she said Shadowfell, it's that got bells ringing in my head. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go for it. Do an insight check.
19.
A 14 to attack the pastry out of his hand.
Okay.
I mean, it's already open, so it's I'm not trying to hold it close. It's that's an interesting looking.
How about do this? Why don't you both roll initiative? Let's see who grabs it first. If whoever
Okay.
the 14 is pretty good. So
I think she like already held gave it to me. It's like it's already in my hand. But
we'll say your check is already 14, Chris. So you're grateful. So and then we'll say and we'll just have
it's the Owl's initiative. So
I think your 14 is part of is your initiative. And
yeah,
I had
we'll do that.
14.
So you're both tied. Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, so
I mean,
as you're grabbing the tastery, like Val comes out of the sky and grabs the same time you do, and so you both hold on to it. You're like I don't know. You want to do anything?
I would recognize the owl though as soon as it came, right?
So you want to let go? You can let go.
As soon as I see that, it's like I immediately would just loosen my grip. I was like, "Whoa, okay, not messing with you if you want the thing."
Okay, so you listen. Val grabs it out of your hand and takes it to wherever Chris tilts to.
Val's gonna sort of circle around and not directly back towards me. Take 2 or 3 rounds to get back to me, but in a stealthy way, so it doesn't look like it's just delivering it right to me.
Can I use this as a distraction to try and subtly, quietly cast detect magic on her?
Sure. Now that she's distracted by the bird, you can try casting it. She can still hear you though.
Well, I'm trying to be quiet with the somatic part of the whole thing, or the vocal part.
Well, you can do a sleight of hand as a way to quietly try and do something.
Yeah, but that's your hands. That's not somatic. Doesn't stop your vocal. There's 2 components: vocal and somatic. Or 3.
I mean, do I have to be loud? I mean, I know I have to be loud and or at least clear to a certain point. It's can I be quiet about can I be whisper? Because it's Owl just swooped by. She's distracted.
Sure, but you're really next to her. You're next. You just hugged her next to her. So
Well, I think I'd be taking a step back at least, and she's looking at the owl as it's passing by. I want to use that moment. She's not looking directly at me.
Sure, but I never recommend taking meta magic subtle spell if you really want to do some more subtle spell stuff, because that makes more sense actually than just
Fair enough.
But yeah, we'll say in this instance
we'll say some kind of check to see if...
Yeah, we'll say in this instance you can do a sleight of hand to try to make it very subtle.
Okay. This is why I wanted to get rid of the damn bag of holding so I can get glove of thievery so I can get a +5 to this.
Sure.
But anyway, it'll be fine. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
6.
That could go wrong.
Okay, so you try to you cast spell.
It's still being cast. It's it's not going to stop me from casting it.
But it's obvious, it's obvious, and she sees that now she sees that.
But I'm but as I'm casting, it's I'm looking up at the owl, it's this is my focus for why I'm casting a spell.
Sure. And with the 7-4.
How well do I see this?
Huh?
How well do I see this?
I mean, how far are you guys?
From where I'm at, maybe 80 feet away.
Yeah,
I figured I'd be 60, 80 feet.
Yeah, we'll say 60 feet away.
Okay, I will command Vowel to basically go all evasive as soon as the spell cast starts to take place.
Okay.
He's trying to dodge something that's unseen.
Okay, so that helps a bit to make her distracted. But with how low the roll is for risk, it's still obviously cast a spell, so which is fine. It's not like Detect Magic is an awesome spell. People are Detect Magic. Oh no, he's gonna try to kill me with that. It's a fairly safe spell.
Yeah, it's I'm looking at the owl as I'm casting it. So it's I just want to see what the fuck is this.
Sure. So Jillian seems to indicate your direction, pointing your head, pointing at the bird to hear you cast magic on the bird or something. But she tells you casting the spell. It's And then into check before, again, she still seems authentic. There's really nothing indicating that she's off in any way. She seems like she's her based on these utilities. So, so she's what a sight that is. I guess they have birds everywhere, no matter what plane you go to. I guess that's true. A couple of the planes I've been to, they had birds of the kind. Usually more of the theme around the same kind of plane. That bird seems a little more on the normal side, rather than the one that seemed to indicate to be from this plane, but I don't know.
As soon as as soon as I'm casting Detect Magic on my goggles, I can see stuff. And I'm looking at the owls, I then come back and look at her. It's does she light up like the Northern Lights?
Yeah, she does. She has play magic on her. She has a couple things that are magical. She has what's called let me see the version, right?
Well, not so much items on her, but it's does her whole body, her actual physical body, look like it's lighted?
Oh no, it's not her body itself is not magic. It's not purely magic, but she has magic. She has basically you see glow or you see lights of magic glowing on specific parts of her. That's all. As indication of magic items on top of her, but not that she's made of magic of any kind.
Shit too. So it's that's not gonna be surprised. I just wanted to see. It's do you look are you actually what you say you are?
Yeah, but yeah. So also, you guys see her.
Tell me what secret you hide, bitch.
Since you guys are busy all looking at her, I guess now I'll just have her a little better. So she's 3 foot tall, half length. She's got fair skin, hazel eyes, dark brown curly hair. She wears chef clothing, and she has a white cooking apron on her. It says in common, "Don't eat the cook." And then she also has a green, like, not, it's more like a bandolier, kind of oddly enough. Not a belt, but like a bandolier. And it seems to hold a variety of spices. So, yep. That's what she looks like. What else? Okay, is there anything else you're doing with there, or are you just gonna keep
making an ass of myself, basically?
Well, I mean,
after a little bit, Girl will be like, "This is probably as much as we could get from her for now. Break off before she gets too suspicious."
well, I mean, she's at this point. She's looking around. She sees like all you guys looking at her at this point. She's like, "Oh, howdy there." She waves at you. "Howdy, y'all. Can I help you with anything?"
Does she see Gordon at this point?
No, she's a Gordon still because Gordon's stealth and hidden.
Because I'm
But
hidden.
she's all, and she knows that you're not like, you look kind of different. You look out of place.
I was just like, oh yeah, these are my friends from the tournament.
Oh, okay, fellow travelers, are you? You said you're in a tournament of some kind, are you? What is it for?
Oh, it was a competition.
Oh,
It was just basically like a fighting tournament between other planes.
Oh, competition. That sounds lovely. I mean, I've been in competition of my own, you might say, but not really the fighting kind, just cooking.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Alright, roll for insight.
19.
I don't know, you're suspicious.
I'm just like, every time she's like saying something, it's like, are you though? It's like, I'm hoping like one of these times I'll get the natural 20 on this.
God, you guys should take Zone of Truth. You really should take it. Clearly help you a lot.
I don't have a zone of truth. I have to rely on my
ask
wit.
clerk to take it because
But this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
so.
but they
that's true.
know
That's
if they're in a zone of truth makes them like they know that they're in a
Yeah.
it is true. That's true. But like, I mean,
Yeah.
still. All right. Anyways, so like, oh yeah, no,
It would look really sus if we just just some random stranger says like, "Hi, how are you? Would you like to take a lie detector test?"
Fair enough. Okay, so she smiles a bit, a little wryly. She's like, half smile. She's like, well, I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm much of a fighter, but I can take care of myself, you might say. Just, kind of need to if it's traveling solo across the plains.
And I'm gonna talk to her and say, "Oh, I saw you're like giving out pastries. Do you have another one?"
Yeah. You want more? She opens up this bag and has a bunch of pastries in there.
By this point, Val's come down, drop the pastry in my hand, I break it in half and give some to Krivdar, and then we taste it.
Sure. So,
And I get one from her.
so
And I
Constitution saving throw.
And while Renan's like, game one handed to him, it's like I'm just like detect magic is still up, so it's like, does it start glowing?
it doesn't glow. It does not appear to glow. But
Okay.
but actually, it will glow slightly. It glows very slightly.
Yeah.
There's some
says
magical
if you-
ingredients to a degree in there. But yeah, basically,
Yeah, so person of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense, I'll just put it in the game log.
yeah.
You sense magic in this way. You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the air that bears magic, and you learn its magic school.
Yeah. So you tell like the magic that's in there apparently is like somewhat illusory, but it's kind of strange. Because even though it's illusory, it feels completely real. There's nothing illusion about the actual cookie itself, but it feels like something kind of part of illusion was used in the making of it. So you bite into it, you feel everything feels like perfectly correct. Like it's moist, it's delicious, the texture's there. None of it feels it's perfectly tangible. There's nothing part of it that's kind of it feels soft in your mouth, like it melts kind of, but it doesn't feel any kind of like there's no holes, no air or anything. Like it's just like a really well made, like basically in this case it's a chocolate truffle. So she basically made equivalent of a chocolate truffle cupcake, and she gave it to you, and it tastes excellent. Like it's probably one of the best cupcakes pastries you've had, probably food in general. So
And I tell her, "Do you know I like chocolate?"
well, it's a pretty common thing, I think. People like chocolate. It's quite the sweet. You got a sweet tooth or something else?
Oh yes, I do. Do you have more?
I have a couple more if you want. I kind of want to save some for like showing people, but I can give you another one if you would like.
Yes, please.
Okay.
This tastes better than Gordon's.
Okay. Say Gordon's. Oh, Gordon didn't get one because Gordon's still hiding.
Yeah, Gordon's saying hi.
Yeah, you took half of Ekris, so you have Ekris, half of Ekris. All right. So
plus you two are like back on us. Did you like actually come up with us during this whole thing, or
we'll walk up slowly now that like Renon's gone up. We'll head up, I guess.
Yeah, we'll also Krivdar ate some. It's like, are they both gonna die? Like, do they look like?
Okay, yeah. Every roll power gets power word kill.
Like, God damn, you are amazing. You're patriarch.
It's actually a lich. no.
Like, no wonder Gordon hates you.
I'm pretty sure that point she would just murder Gordon instantly. But like, it's level 9 spells. But like, no. It's a really good pastry. That's it. But it's a few kind of like illusionary magic that seems to be you're not sure where it comes from. But she did say that she came from Shadowfell, so like in Shadowfell, it's odd. Yeah, very odd. Or she said she visited these. Yeah. So she said she learned to make it from there, essentially, kind of like
Well, that's why the red flags were coming. It's like because that one lady from the first tournament fight is like she said, she's basically from the Shadowfell. Yeah. It's like, or at least I assume so. It's like so she says it's like, huh? Are you that bitch?
Oh yeah,
stalking us.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, you don't sense anything like that to be like her. You know, she tracks it so well. But like, yeah, she just seems to be so far. Seems to be like based on you guys can tell, she seems to be the real deal. There's nothing else you can tell based on that. But yeah, she does give you that, and it's excellent. So, you want to do anything else?
Yeah, I like this lady.
Sure.
Now, Gordon, it's like you're basically just like feeding me messages. Like I can't psychically.
You can send it back. You can send messages back to me, but you can't initiate the link. I have to be the one that calls you effectively.
Okay, so I could respond back, right?
Yeah, you can respond back, but you basically have to like let me know that you want to talk to start the link. So like you can't like call me for the.
Well, I mean, like
link.
your little like the things that you're like the messaging like that was just a one-way thing.
Yeah. We can communicate. It's just I have to start it up. But once I've called you, you can talk to me as much as you want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you stay within 30 what you were doing before is that basically you establishing that link.
Yeah.
You're feeding me lines and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was feeding you lines, so you can feed me back if you need to.
Okay. So I was like, I'm just like mentally like while they're like interacting with her and stuff like that. It's like I'm just talking with you. It's like, she seemed like she's on the up and up. Does this look like her? Because I think it might be that crazy bitch from before.
I can't say 100% without more investigative tools, but it seems like it's her. But the Julia Mile I had interacted with wasn't an incredibly powerful spellcaster. And either she owes somebody a hell of a favor, or she might be part of our competition from the Shadowfell.
Like,
because they could have a team from there.
And I communicated back to him like what I detected on the truffle cupcake.
So just to help make a couple things to note. One is like she mentioned stuff that that you would only you and her essentially would know. So like unless she got some really good information on this person, like follow information about them, it seems very likely she would know that information about like the creme brulee thing specifically. I think that's and then also second thing is you can cast dispel magic. If someone has dispel magic, you can cast dispel magic. So if you want to try that, that's an option if you want to dispel glamours and stuff like that.
Problem is I do have to spell magic, but it's verbal and smack, so I basically have to come out of hiding to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the range on dispel magic?
120 feet.
Yeah, you're
so
if
like
you're well away from her.
Yeah, you can cast it from behind from the side.
Yeah, but I have to be within 30 feet of you is the problem.
Oh, also, if you're looking, I didn't eat the second cupcake. I put it away.
Okay.
Because I have to stay in 30 feet of you to maintain the psychic link. So I have.
Well, you said you could do dispel magic. You only need 120.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't keep talking to you if I move away far enough to cast it from like a super long distance. Plus, she might see me if I leave the hiding point.
You can see her.
Well, yeah, but like I'm basically like hiding in a bush. So if I like try and